Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 926. I am your host, Jan Ochoa. Joining me, co-captain of the ship, fresh off a successful charity stream, Jeff Grubb.
I'm back. Yeah, thanks for having me, Jan.
He himself is almost the perfect weapon when it comes to organization and content. We got Dan Reichert.
I'll take half of that equation, Jan.
Perfect. What about
I don't know about the organization part.
What are you talking about? We're putting stuff on calendars and everything.
That's true.
Setting
That is
dates.
true.
There we go.
That's true. Yeah, it's crazy here. Yeah.
Speaking about crazy here, we got the bad boy of games media, Mike Minotti.
Oh, I slept poorly and woke up very late and didn't get to eat before this, so I'm going to be cranky. Look out.
Oh, Moody Mikey, everybody. That's one of my faves.
Moody.
Although, to be fair, you showed up on time. You're not even the bad boy this week. The bad boy's clearly Jeff Bakalar.
Yeah,
not showing up for
that is
work.
true.
Where's Jeff?
Yeah.
His internet's down. I can't play. I can't be mean.
No, I mean, he's cited
bet he's
internet
happy about it.
problems.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he's thrilled.
He's probably he's watching anime somewhere. I mean, do you need internet to 3D print? I don't know. For shoot, I don't
Not
know.
anymore.
Ooh.
No, not what he's 3D printing. All that comes on a USB in the mail. You don't want to know.
Oh, wow.
You don't want to know.
Right,
True,
right.
yeah.
Oh, I do want an update about the dragon situation because it seemed like the school was shutting it down the last we heard.
Yes.
Right.
For folks that
They
missed
went loud.
the Discord town hall, we had a abrupt update near the end where Dib said that someone had reported him for
Someone
selling
snitched.
the 3D dragons. We got
It
snitched
was
about
me.
That'd be so funny.
that. Dan, you
You
joked.
said you
was-
liked it. You respected it.
It was a
Yeah, but
kid.
still, the kid's got to learn some hard lessons once in a while.
It was a kid named Daniel.
I want it to be Bakalar's internet's not really down. He's just traveling to Minneapolis with Dib with baseball bats to get your
Kick
knee.
my ass.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, likely story.
They just show in your room with burglar masks. It's obviously them, but yeah.
There's an obvious height
Hey, they
difference
got hockey
there.
sticks. Weird. Why am I
he's
getting
still
beat to
wearing-
death by hockey sticks by a man and a child? That sounds similar.
Wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah.
Over the ski mask.
A Ghostbusters shirt.
And then they just throw a bunch of 3D printed dragons at you.
Yeah.
Of course.
But what's great about Bakalar is like he's a very different sort, but like me, he's kind of a cartoon character brought to life, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bakalar?
I mean,
Yeah.
all of us are, right? We're all
Yeah.
various different tropes and characters.
He's a bit more of like a Fox Blocks animation, like cartoon dad type, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
He's not
But
like
he's
a Ren
very-
and Stimpy cartoon character.
Right, he's very
Okay.
particular the way that, a TV dad would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Bob
yes.
from Bob's Burgers, which I don't watch, but how I assume that
No,
Bob from
he's
Bob's
not.
Burgers and Jeff Bakalar have some things in common. I
He
don't
is
know.
the opposite of Bob's Burgers, actually.
What are Bob's defining characterizations?
He likes burgers.
He's a family
He
man.
actually hates them.
His
Okay,
children
Bakalar.
are little weirdos that he still adores.
Okay.
And he's
far sounding
constantly
good.
in debt.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Is the burger restaurant not doing well in the show?
It does. It's up and down. It's a
Okay.
very wholesome show, I will say.
I'm just glad to hear Bob's doing all right. All right. Whew.
The people not like the Bob Burgers movie because that thing came and I didn't know people thought of it. And just yesterday I saw something that made me think, oh, no one liked that movie apparently.
I
didn't know there was a movie.
I think it was one of those dealios where the people that really like the show like the movie, and maybe the movie is perhaps
Yeah.
made for that audience.
Okay. Yeah, because like somebody was doing like a chart on Reddit of like Simpsons, Family Guy, King Hill, Bob Burgers, like best episode, worst episode, funniest episode. And for worst episode of that, it was the movie. It's like, oh, I thought people liked that. Now chat's saying people liked it too. It's a full-on musical. Oh, I would like it. Maybe that's what threw people off. I don't know.
Probably.
Although South Park was a musical and that was great.
That
oh
was
my
great.
God.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
South Park's often a musical, though.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I'll tell you what, that's another one of those then where they hid the fact it was a musical because I had no idea from the trailers.
That
Yeah.
and Willy Wonka. Just those two
Willy
movies.
Willy Wonka did not want you to know about music, for sure.
Folks, shouts out to our friends over there at Main Gear. Go to maingear.com/giantbomb. Get yourself a PC. Get yourself a faceplate. Jeff Grubb, how can folks support us, though, at home?
Yeah, they can show up for us because we're independent games media. We need all the backing we can get from the community. That means go to giantbomb.com/join, become a premium member. It goes a long way toward ensuring we can continue doing what we do over here, all the fun stuff we make, all the events we attend, all the stuff that we put on ourselves happens because you all are passionate and show up. And we don't have corporate backers. That's not how this works anymore. It works because you all still want it. And we've seen a huge response. People have shown up for us. It means the world to us. Let's keep it going through the rest of this year. Thanks, everyone.
Speaking about premium, Grub, Minotti, Dan, not immediately after this podcast, but later in the afternoon.
Little lunch break, and then
little lunch break. A new season of This Is the Run is starting. And folks at home, it's not a Contra. It's not an Absalom. Dan, can you?
It's way harder.
It's way harder, actually. Dan, can you inform the folks at home what this season of This Is the Run is going to be?
Well, it's going to be a little different here because there will be one winner. It is not a co-op game, but one of us will leave this season of This Is the Run a millionaire because we will be taking turns, each of us, of the Blight Boys here, taking a turn on each episode of This Is the Run, trying to see who becomes a millionaire. On the PlayStation 1, who wants to be a millionaire?
Now,
in no Irish edition for us, right?
No, we're doing America version. Yeah.
All right. Darn it.
And for folks at home, that will be streamed live for free, but then immediately deleted. You have to be a premium member to go watch the archive of that. And yeah, speaking about premium, boyos, we got some other things cooking up in the background that will be soon announced. So keep your peepers peeped over there, gang.
Numerous shows imminently. Perhaps some guests helping us run those shows and appearing on those shows.
Yeah.
And details very, very like this month you will be hearing about and watching things.
Right.
Yes.
Like now is the time to go to giantbomb.com/join become a premium member. Now, right now, it's going to pay off very soon.
This isn't me sniffing our own farts, but I am very excited for all of these shows that we have cooking in the pipeline.
Yeah, definitely.
Grub, Dan, congrats, y'all, for a successful event with our friends over at MinMax for the Ice Out charity stream. I think people can still donate. Last time I checked in on the totals, it was $270,000 raised for Veep, which is a
let me
service.
get the I'll get the actual $276,439 as of this moment for Veep. Yes, which is
that's
delivering
unbelievable.
Food deliveries to families who are afraid to leave their houses right now in the Twin Cities, and also rent assistance because they are not able to get out and work and make money. So there's a lot of stress going on right now. And that's why we did the charity stream on Friday. And a huge shout out to Hanson for hosting it, the MinMax studio, Jacob Geller for flying out, Grub for flying out here. I know we all appreciate it. And I know all those families definitely appreciate over $250,000 we raised in one night.
Hell yeah.
Yep. I think the industry showed up. I think obviously the audience community showed up. Hanson mentioned that he sent out, if you donated and you were expecting a code, he sent out, I think, most of them so far, if not all of them. That I'm not sure if that continues, if you continue to donate, but so far, I think he's delivered everything that was due. So check your inboxes, everybody, if you did donate.
Yes.
Yeah, and bummer timing. Bruce Springsteen showed up right after we were off the air. We were signing all the posters. He didn't sign any, but he was helping kind of pass it to us and stuff like that. So Bruce was awesome. So
he offered to run the stream himself. He understands the working man.
He knows OBS.
Yeah.
Yep,
Tom Morello was working the audio board. Yeah.
The S is for Springsteen.
Yeah, no, actually, Bruce is a big Streamlabs guy. So
that's right.
He would have futzed around.
Slobs guy. Yeah.
He would have futzed around with Hanson's whole setup. Didn't want to do that. So, yeah.
I'm just thinking I'm just picturing a sketch of streamer Bruce Springsteen as a funny concept.
Sure.
Something there.
And Tom Morello streaming but refusing to use a computer. And it's like, okay. Yeah. Acoustic streaming from Tom Morello.
He's streaming on a guitar with a screwdriver or something.
Yeah, exactly. Somehow he made it work.
He has wow pedals or levers. I don't know.
His guitar begins making 56K modem dial-up sounds. Yeah.
You could probably do that on a guitar, right?
He could, actually. Yeah.
A talented enough guitarist. But yeah, special shouts out to everyone that donated or hung out and watched the whole time. Your support is seriously going to put food on families. So thank you.
Very literally. Yes.
Literally. Also shouts out to, again, cannot be said enough, to the whole MinMax team, especially Ben Hansen, and to our friends in the industry that provided codes, miscellaneous giveaways, and goodies for folks that donated. It means a bunch. And
yeah, we see it. We see it. It means the world to us, for real.
Fuck ice.
Just seeing that over and over again, it was like, oh my God, this means so much. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. So yeah, folks, I think anyone else who got stuff to talk about before we get to games?
Real quick, we did have the thing with Jacob Geller doing a Blake Club. We're figuring that out. It'll happen on the site in probably like a month after the lightning round, everybody. We'll get the details.
I graciously will sit mine out for a little bit to get Geller
after
in here.
Dan does his lightning round game, everybody.
After Mike's done with Virtuoso, we can get Geller on the
Yeah, in
horn.
like 5 months. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was looking more into Virtuoso, and maybe y'all need to check games a little bit more. I'm just saying.
It's not like there wasn't even info on the internet about how long the game was. That's what's incredible to me. Everybody else found it very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I go off of if there's no how long to beat and there's videos that are of a certain length?
I think,
but I also don't want to spoil myself.
Thing. Oh my God!
I feel like it'd be bad for the content if I knew what was coming up, so I can only research so much. It's a
like nothing.
Decision,
3 levels.
You
thought 3 levels.
Well, I thought it was one Mars, one haunted house, one underwater.
So many people want me to come at you. They want to see blood, and it's hard for me. It goes against my nature, Dan. I don't really care.
You don't have it in you, Mitch.
He's poking you. He's poking.
The lightning round's a lightning round. It's sent out, but your next actual game, there will be some special deliberations for sure.
Okay,
that's for sure. Even if I have to you don't have to tell Jeff be mean for me. I'll figure it out.
Got it. We should just change it up now.
I'm afraid of him.
Yeah, that's all you had to say, Mike. I might just take this over and do it. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like maybe you guys should have like a Blight reconnaissance squad.
I think we need to be asking our more responsible members of our team to maybe double check our work a little bit here. I think Chuck looked in like 30 seconds and was like, yeah, this thing's 25 hours long or whatever. So, okay.
It's not that.
Right. It's
Michael
like 12
beat
to
it
20.
tomorrow.
Well, I'm right now. I've beaten 1 level in the save file of like 30.
Oh boy,
28. No, 24.
It's 20. It might be 25, but yeah, 24 to 25.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Any other housekeeping or other life stuff you guys want to chat about? I don't know.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so sorry, Mikey.
I think my Virtual Boy might be getting delivered today.
Oh, really?
Is that already happening?
I didn't get any kind of email.
I have like one of those, like, the UPS My Track or the Shopify thing that's like, hey, we're spying on your email and we can see when something's getting delivered. It's like, hey, there's a package from Nintendo coming today. And so
what?
I can't remember what else that would be. There's always the possibility that I was falling asleep and bought something from Nintendo, but I haven't done that in a while. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is the Virtual Boy.
You
It should
didn't
be
use
coming
your
soon.
platinum points on something stupid recently?
That's possible. Like
I think I did. Yeah,
but I don't think so. But so the Virtual Boy should be coming soon, right?
I don't know. People in chat saying those should not be mailed yet.
Okay. Well, I guess
at least one person said that. I don't know.
I will probably find out what it is during this show, and I'll report back to everybody. And if it's something stupid, then we'll all know.
Speaking about something stupid, I did make a bad purchase on the internet. Potentially a bad purchase. I bought an old TV camera lens.
It looks like a sniper scope.
Yes. So I already feel weird filming in public, and this is not going to make that any easier. And it has like these little connector doodads to hook up to a proper camera or TV camera, not mine. And now I have to buy like at least 3 different adapters to get this to hook up to mine. And what I'm going to use it for, I don't fucking know. But these normally go for like $600 to like $3,000. And I got it for $50.
Whoa!
Nice.
Okay, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So look forward to shenanigans. This is supposed to be like a power zoom. Oh, okay. No, there are buttons there, but I don't know how I would power it.
I do associate lenses that look like that with perverts, Jan. So just be careful when you're out there.
It is a real rear window ass scope there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, call a spade, I'd
watch a Rear Window remake with Jan.
How many Rear Window remakes have there been? There was that
They did
one.
the Christopher Reeve one.
Yeah, that's the one that pops in my head first, which is fun.
Yes. That's the only one I know of. And the Simpsons, with Flanders and Bart's home with a broken leg.
I think that's the only one I know. I was about to say, is this like the Simpsons thing with Bart when his leg was broken or whatever? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking about the charity stream y'all did last week, one of the games that I saw Grub play for an extended period of time was Perfect Weapon.
Yeah. So, man, this game is real rough. Now, as I started playing it, I did remember seeing this in a video at one point and being like, we are going to play that eventually, not knowing what GameFAQs happened to say about its length. So this was Ben Hansen's Blight Club game for me. I started it up, and it is what it says on the box, where it's like it's trying to be an action game mixed with Tekken. The problem is when it switches from the tank controls for moving around into the combat controls that control like Tekken, it is so different that it's very hard to get used to the idea of like, wait, how do I move forward during combat? Like, I can't even get this character to move forward in a straight line because the controls are just so completely different. And it's pretty threatening. Like, the enemies can kill you very fast. So it's hard to like take the time to figure that stuff out. And of course, like with all Blight Club games, it has this robust combat system. That's not like a lot of Blight Club games. But what's like a lot of these games is, of course, the cheapest move is the safest thing to do. So I just started doing leg sweeps nonstop. And like we eventually saw in the guide, like the GameFAQ thing was like, yeah, the leg sweep is the thing to do. That's pretty useful in all combat scenarios. That was like, okay, I could see myself being able to defeat this game, take it on. But moving the character around is so frustrating, so bad. If you try to start running and you get anywhere near the walls, he comes to a complete stop, and it's so hard to get your momentum going again, that it was one of the most frustrating games I've played for anything Blight Club related so far. Ugh. It's bad.
I love that initially he was thinking like, oh yeah, we'll play through the whole thing. It's like 4 hours long. I think personally it was irresponsible of Ben Hansen to assign a Blight game
you're brave enough
without
to say
doing
that,
proper research on the length.
Everybody, listen. The long plays on YouTube are not a good guide for the length of a video game.
Yeah, it turns out they all just do the thing where they just cut together the parts of the gameplay where they got through it, and they don't show the hours of figuring it out. Yes, and also probably use cheats. Yes. So that game was real bad. I'm still pretty like curious about it, so I did buy it on GOG. And I'm thinking I might see this thing through. People donated so much money. I'm like, yeah, I just don't know when and where. So I might have to see it through on my own time, but we'll see. I want to finish this game.
Grub, I will say you look very menacing wearing fingerless gloves.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. That's kind of all I ever want to hear. Yeah, the pecs were bursting.
Well,
through,
I didn't want
that's just what I showed up like. Yeah,
I didn't want to objectify Grub or anything, so I didn't bring up the pecs. Please.
Full permission. Objectify away.
That goes for all of us here at GB. I'm just going to blanket statement that. Well, Grub, going from one bad game to potentially another, you also put on the document here, Terminator 2D, No Fate.
Yeah, Dan talked about this one, and I always meant to check it out myself. It is... It's doing exactly what I would want from this game. It has the variety of gameplay. Everything feels really snappy. It feels fun to punch. The characters have just enough abilities to keep it interesting for the length of the levels, which is usually pretty short. And you're going from one thing to the next pretty fast, and it's hitting all like the beats of the movie where it's like, oh man, it's I feel like I'm getting the same sensations I get watching Terminator 2. A huge part of that is the music. They do have a lot of really great remixes of the soundtrack. And then, it has enough going on in the gameplay level to level to keep me pretty entertained.
Did you punch the jukebox?
I punched the jukebox. That's like a moment of the year kind of thing. That's like good.
That was the moment where it's like, hey, and I want to make clear, I don't think it's a bad game. I reviewed it. I gave it 2 out of 5. Like, there were other issues with that. We'll talk about that in a second, like the length and the cost and everything. But like, there are those little moments there where it's like, you walk into the bar from that scene at the beginning of T2, and it's doing that Dwight Yoakam song, guitars and Cadillacs, that one. And then if you fucking punch the jukebox or like throw a dude into it, it like record scratch, bad to the bone. And it's like,
Right to
okay,
bad to the
yep,
bone.
these, this is made by T2 fans. Excellent.
Yep, and it's not like it doesn't feel contrived. It all just feels like no, we had the tools of this 2D action game, and they used all of those tools to do the most Terminator 2 stuff they could do, to an extent. Because it clearly is pretty short. And I just kind of went halfway through, and then Jacob Geller beat my Sectori score, so I went back to play that. But I didn't even finish this, but I could tell I was going through it really fast because I was getting into sort of the end parts of the Terminator 2 film story. So I think I might have like a couple levels left. And it's like, I think if you are talking about this game from a value perspective, it is very difficult to recommend. And yet, as the thing I wanted it to be, it is that sort of without caveat. So take the price out of it. I'm very happy with it. Consider the price versus the content. I'm not going to go back and play through these levels and try to S rank them. So, I'm S ranking quite a few of them out of the gate. It wouldn't be that difficult, but it's just, I'm not even going to replay it like 1.5 times. So I have to kind of keep that in mind.
I thought you said ass ranking.
Yeah, I did. I got an ass ranking.
Fucking ass blasted in Epcot. Wow, really ready with that one.
Yeah, does he have them like labeled? Oh, never mind. Either way, I'm enjoying it. I could see like the problem being that price, which is like it's $40,
$30.
Was it for 30 for
30.
like, you can beat it in 45 minutes,
Yep.
It's very, very short. And the stuff it tries to do to increase the replay value is there's like a decision you can make in the campaign basically, and it basically swaps up like a level or two, not to a significant degree. So it's not like I do love this modern thing where it's like, oh, we're taking the old beat 'em up style of like, oh, Turtles and Simpsons arcade game, and we're giving it roguelite elements, or we're doing things to give you a reason. Like, Absalom is probably the best example that I've ever seen. And this is like, okay, they tried to do something to increase the replay, and it's just not enough there.
Right.
I see.
Yeah, the big thing I'm seeing is like those choices and like they're some of them are locked. I think all of them you can only lock into one choice your first playthrough. So it's like, obviously, it's like if you wanted to try the other thing where it's instead of maybe kill Dyson, you like let him live or something, or maybe you kill him.
It's when Lena Hamilton goes to his place and like with the gun and everything, and like Arnold shows up and it's like, do you want to kill him or spare him, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
You spare him the first time, and then that maybe the next time it unlocks it so you can actually kill him this time and see how that changes things. There's a couple of those that I've seen. That's not quite enough to get me over the hump to be like, I need to replay this. I would be like, no, I kind of just wanted the movie experience, and that's what you gave me out of the gate. So I'm good here. But boy, it's just like, I would like more of these. So I hope they can find a way to make this work. If they need to be $30 to exist, I'm sort of ready to accept that and be like, oh, okay, as long as this is something we can get more of.
Was there like another 90s action movie you have in mind that you want to see get the
Rock!
treatment?
Bloodsport.
I mean, yeah, Commando would be like
Commando.
obvious.
Commando is like an 80s.
The NES Commando game is basically Commando. It's just a dude on an island killing
everyone. But I want
everyone.
it literally Commando. I want to be John Matrix. You know?
I have a soft spot for Under Siege. It's the one like campy, fun Steven Seagal movie. I would take that. That would be a lot of fun. Gary Busey in 2D pixels in drag dancing around. Come on, you got to see that.
I was just saying, though, The Rock could be so cool because it could be the thing where you like, you infiltrate, you go up from under the water, and you're sneaking around, and it's like, oh, that's called Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
They made that game. Okay, yeah.
Man.
Fantastic. I didn't mean to say it was a bad game. I think I just remember initial reaction being mixed because of the price. So sorry, Terminator.
That's most of the conversation is the price.
Yep.
Still looks like it is at least $30 on Steam over there. All right, well, going from something that is kind of a reimagining of the movie to another reimagined thing, Mike Minotti, you've been playing Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
Yes, I have spent a lot of time with this game. I have not finished it, but over 20 hours in. So pretty deep into the experience here. What's funny is if this was the original Dragon Quest VII, that would be like nothing for this game. That game was infamously long. This one, they've sort of sped up the pace. They even cut some content, as it were, which for some people, like, how dare they? For other people, like, that's smart editing, actually. That game was really long. So Sounds like this one might be closer to like 50, 60, or 70 hours. I'm not sure. Yeah, 20 hours in feels like it's pretty substantial. I'm liking it a lot. It is a very cozy turn-based RPG, right? Like, it's colorful. The new graphics look very pretty. It's very vignette-based where, the whole kind of thing is you're going to these different islands, and each island sort of has its problem. And a lot of them are kind of basically just fairy tales, like, oh, we got some bad robots running around. Can you help us with that? Like, oh, no, there's a flood. What can you do? Or, nope, this volcano's angry. So it's almost episodic in a sense like that. So each it's like each thing's its own mini 2 or 3 hour adventure. You go through that. And that was, the format we had before, of course. But here, some of the other stuff with the pacing, like, you have map markers that just kind of tell you where to go. And some people would be like, well, that's ruining the spirit of these things. You're supposed to explore. And I would be like, yeah, but it's kind of nice just to go where the thing says. There's a whole mechanic in this game where to unlock the islands, you have to find these different stone fragments. And, in older versions of the game, it would be kind of hard to find these things. They're sort of hidden. And then even once you get them, you put them into pedestals. They're kind of like puzzle pieces. Here, again, like, it's pretty easy to find them. The map will often just tell you, and then you don't have to, like, turn them and place them exactly. It just does it. The game might almost be too easy in some ways. It is very, very... Even compared to the HD 2D remakes they've done recently, which can be pretty hard... I've been just blazing through this. I don't think I've had a single like game over death or anything like that. A lot of RPGs early on will do the thing where like here's a statue or a pool that you can save at and it will refill your health and mana. Again, 20 hours into this game, I'm still getting those in the middle of dungeons, which is just incredibly generous. And this is on normal difficulty, right?
Yeah.
So just playing on normal. I don't know if that stuff ever turns off. Even when you're in battles, like the game will just tell you right away if a spell or an attack is like strong against the enemy, is ineffective against an enemy. Some games will be like, we won't tell you that at all, ever. But most of them. Some will be like, we'll tell you once you figure it out, the first time on your own. This one just right away is like, this guy's weak to fire. You should probably just use your fire attacks. Like, okay. And like part of me is I'm having a hard time deciding if I like or dislike this stuff because on one hand, it's kind of easy. I'm just sort of breezing through this thing. On the other hand, it like does contribute to this being a very chill one of these games, and I am liking that aspect of it of just kind of being cozy in my bed and going through this thing, not stressing out about it too much. Even the grinding is pretty easy because it does that thing where after a while you just sort of automatically kill the enemies on the map if you're a higher level than them, and that still gets you decent XP and pretty good job points. So just running around the map and kind of attacking people, you get strong pretty fast. And yeah, even though there are some options like individual difficulty options, like you could just turn off monsters even attacking you, things like that. I didn't see options to turn off this stuff where it's like automatically show me the weaknesses or the healing statues. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. So yeah, it's breezy in a good way, in a way that I think might turn off some hardcore series fans. I don't know. I think I played the 3DS version, which was slightly edited from the original PS1. Even that still kind of felt like a bit of a slog, definitely too long. And this one is just, it definitely feels much snappier. I am certainly enjoying it more than that 3DS
Are you enjoying the story at all? I know that you mentioned that they're kind of vignette style little tales, but is that gripping you in a significant way, Mike?
It's not a super grippy story. It is very much these vignettes, and there's kind of an overarching story in that, especially at this point, is there's a very bad guy out there. And
what?
It's right. It's sort of I can't remember his name. It is something like the evil one or something, right? And he fought the Almighty in the past, and the Almighty lost, and now we got to help the Almighty. It's very basic stuff there. And from what I remember, I don't remember it getting too much more complicated than any of that. The Dragon Quest games in general, they don't have the biggest narrative stuff. Maybe 8 and 11 are kind of the exceptions to that rule a little bit. The characters are fun though here. Sure. It's not a ton of character moments. Early on, you get more of it. I kind of miss when you lose that stuff with Mirabelle and Kiefer kind of clipping constantly, things like that. So yeah, it's not a Final Fantasy like 7 or 8 or 9, something like that, right? Or like a Suikoden 2, certainly not. You're not really here for the story. You are kind of just here for the cozy turn-based RPG fantasy fairy tale vibes.
That was the case with like Dragon Quest in this time, right? Because I remember people talk about Dragon Quest 8, which was a PS2 game, right?
PS2, level 5.
That people are like, hey, if you have this on one screen and then like let's say you have another screen in your family room like that's playing sports, you could do both those things at the same time, kind of no problem, and it's kind of perfect for that. And I just wondered, like, that's not always what Dragon Quest is, right? Dragon Quest 11 gets a little bit more involved, and
11 is a bit more story focused, but in general, yeah, a lot of Dragon Quest games are kind of second screen things for me, for sure. Okay. Every time I am playing this game, I am definitely watching something on YouTube. Absolutely. Sometimes I've just been playing it and fine. It's fine. It's not like I can't handle just looking at this. It's still pretty. It still has nice music. I still do enjoy the combat and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely it's one of the easier one of these.
Yeah.
Especially like, even RPGs that have the word Mario in it have been harder than this.
Sure. Greg, you mentioned this yesterday during Monday Morning's Mist with Mitch. I suggest everyone go check it out. It's one of my favorite shows. That Mist Mist kind of feels like it is a game made by or for PBS.
Yes.
And after we did that quick look of Dragon Quest a couple weeks ago, Mike.
Oh, I cannot wait to hear what you're going to say. This is like, okay, go.
It feels like this reimagining of Dragon Quest VII is kind of like a PBS, where it is an easy, breezy adventure. It's not.
Are you getting Arthur vibes?
I wouldn't say Arthur vibes, maybe Wishbone vibes.
Gaming's yacht rock is what I was thinking. I think it's like the yacht rock of gaming. It goes down smooth. It's not complicated, but it's still got some emotion. Yeah.
3-2-1 Contact? Anyone watch that?
No.
I'm old. 3-2-1
What's
Contact
that?
is my favorite PBS show. I think it was about science and stuff. I was
your
a
favorite
academic child. Yeah, I think there was a rocket ship in the beginning, and so I think it was about science.
Okay. I'm going to look up the intro to this and see if I recognize it. 3-2-1 Contact.
And I don't mean that in a derogatory way at all. I just
no.
I don't think I've been hungry for a JRPG after finishing Clair Obscure, and I don't think this is going to satiate.
Dan, are you 100? I'm sorry, I looked up 3-2-1 Contact. It's from it's like World War II stuff. Come on.
It was the late 80s. That's when I was a child.
It's interesting because I think Dragon Quest VII used to be the last one of these games in this series that I would recommend to new people, and now it's like, yeah, this is a pretty easy recommend unless you're, I don't know, kind of very familiar with JRPGs already and maybe want something more substantial. But even then, I think a lot of fans of this genre will be down with the kind of the chill vibes of this one. Again, I'm 20 hours in. There's a lot of game left. Maybe there's some big difficulty curve. Although for what I'm seeing from other reviews, I think that seems to be, I don't know if I'd say a complaint, but the lack of difficulty is brought up quite often. Mm-hmm. I don't mind them cutting some of the like I said, it's vignettes, so some of the vignettes have just been cut. And frankly, I played this game. I couldn't tell you which ones they were. It's weird because I played this game, but sometimes I get to it and I'm like, I remember this. Or sometimes like, I don't really remember this because it was such a long game that was just sort of scene after scene after scene that some of it just went over me. I'm almost absorbing it better this time.
Real quick, Mike, can I ask, you're our JRPG guy, right? Like I can come to you and like, if I have questions about this genre, concerns, I can bring them to you.
Absolutely.
What's going on with Kimco? They've got like Kimco. I was on my phone yesterday and they have every single one of their RPGs, which are all kind of 16-bit throwback RPGs that they've released in like the last 2 years. And there's like 50 of them. And they're all on Play Pass, which is like Google's a Play Store subscription thing that I pay like $4 a month for, and I get a bunch of free apps and games. They're also all on Steam, and like this Hero Seekers RPG from Kimco came out last month, and it has 1 user review. Is this some sort of money laundering scheme? Like, is anyone playing these JRPGs from Kimco?
Well, here's Alter Age from March 6, 2025 with 2 user reviews, and it looks like shit. Yeah, what the hell is this?
I kind of want to like look at one of these.
Dead Dragons from February 13th, 2025. One user review. It looks like shit. Yeah, what the hell's going on here?
What about Egg Mania, Egg Stream Madness for the PS2?
Well, that's just the Kimco classic, of course.
Yes, of course.
Grace
Classic
of
with a K.
Latoil from November 9th, 2023. 3 user reviews. They all look exact. They all have the same exact setup. They must all be made in RPG Maker.
Right? Are they? That's what I'm
something?
like. Are they legit made in RPG Maker? Are you? That's not a joke, right? They are probably just made.
Could be.
Yeah.
What the hell
sorry,
is this?
I'm looking up Kimco's games and looking at the Wikipedia page for Egg Mania, Egg Stream Madness. The composer is listed as Alistair Brimble, which if I were to write the name of a British parody character, that would seem too parody.
Yeah.
I'm Alistair Brimble. Can you answer me these riddles 3?
It's like messing me up that I could, if I wanted to, play this Kimco RPG called Glorious Saver with no user reviews from 2024. And like I could just play through this game. $15? Are you insane?
So on Play Store, they all have like 1,000 downloads. Because they tell you how many downloads these games have on that store. But again, like they're all part of the Play Store subscription thing. So I think people just don't buy them and just play them on there. I don't know, man. It's weird.
And Grub, to the best of your knowledge, this is just like the straight up JRPG. They haven't added any like gotcha elements or whatever.
I think they're all premium price games. So they're all like, I think they are all, that's why I think they are RPG Maker, because it just looks like a classic RPG stuff. I think they have visual novels and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I guess it's like the target audience actually might be on Switch. I think these games all come out on Switch as well. But I bet not a lot of people are playing them on there either. I don't know. Again, I kind of want to just pick one of these, Mike, and look at them.
Just like, like do a marble race with them.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
boy. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Fire up all of them at the same time, Grub. Hook them up to one controller and see how far you can get in all of them.
That's weird. I like that.
There's one here from 2022, RP Golf Lessons. It's like RPG. And I don't even think, is it a golf game? I think it's just an action RPG. Oh, there's a golf mechanic. This one has 23 reviews. This one did things. How about that?
Okay, good for it.
I see a Kemco RPG Selection Volume 3 on Amazon, and the box art is probably the lowest resolution image I've seen in quite a while, especially promoting a product. That's wild. All right. Cool. I guess Grub, you're free to announce Kemco Week now.
Yeah, welcome everybody. It's Kimco year at Giant Bomb.
That's right.
Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined's it's good. I like it. I'm gonna keep. I didn't think I would play this game when they announced it. I was like, I've had my fill of Dragon Quest 7, but again, this has just been very pleasant. So I'm probably gonna see it through.
To the folks out there, I know that I've mentioned this yearning for a JRPG, but I also don't want one that is going to be 40 hours. I want one in the Goldilocks zone that is maybe 20 to 30, and I also don't want to play as children anymore.
Okay. But consider, what if the children are really kind of quirky and weird, and they don't even talk that much anyways? What if you played Earthbound?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Earthbound. I'll tell you what. I finally played Earthbound like last year, the year before, and I was so long like, I don't get Earthbound. Blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like a big Earthbound freak. I think about Earthbound constantly and how good it is.
That's where PK Fire Kid is from, right?
That's where Ness is from.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's a good game on SNES Classic, because it can be, sometimes it's difficult, sometimes just rewinding and save stating a little bit here and there. It's not the worst thing in the world with that one, especially while you're sort of learning things. It's very good.
All right, I may give that a looky-loo. Well, going from one very chill, relaxing game to another one, we have updates from our own Dan on Sekiro.
That game. It's about
Disney,
Sekiro. Yeah, It's perfect. It's perfect. I played again last night for a few hours, and it's like I'm just getting mad, or I'm feeling like a god, and it's just like it's
God.
everything I want. It's what I want a fucking video game to be.
There are so many emotions when you're playing. Sometimes I'm like, I gotta take a break from watching Dan for a moment.
Because I will get legitimately pissed off. Like, this is bullshit. I can't see anything. I can't. Oh, there's no way to block that attack. There's no anything. And then I'll go in the next time, and I just feel like Nioh, and it's like, oh, okay. So I assume like spoilers are not a thing for Sekiro at this point.
If
Right?
you're concerned, you
fine.
can stop listening right now. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the monkey gimmick, which I did last time I played, which was the time before yesterday. And it's like, okay, everyone, I know about the whole deal. I think I know the big spoilers for Sekiro. He puts his head back on. It's not going to get me. And then I didn't know that you go back into a fucking cave and Headless Monkey has a wife and they both fight you. He comes back to life and fights you with his wife.
It's so perfectly designed because at first you're just fighting the one monkey and you like get his first health pip down, and then the second monkey shows up. And it's like,
he's got the two things, and you get the death blow, and it's like, I got you again. And it's like, oh fuck, he's coming back to life. Oh fuck, his wife? Like,
it's so funny because like chat was immediately like, oh Dan, go here, because you're on the monkey for a bit. You finally beat that. Like, go to this cave, Dan. Go to this cave. I'm like, yeah, Dan, go to the cave.
So last night, I think I'm done with the monkeys. I killed both the monkeys, the man and his wife. And what else is going on there now? So I got the puppet ability, which is cool. Like you can do that death blow thing and turn enemies into puppets, which like introduces a whole fun element of different ways you can approach like hard bosses and stuff. And I'm pushing right up against this fight with Owl.
Another
told
big
is my
one.
father.
Nice.
I tried it twice just to see like, okay, what's the deal here? Because it's like, it's not a thing where it's like, if you're almost done playing that game, it's like, all right, if I want to give a real run at this boss, this could be a couple hours of learning his moves and having the muscle memory and stuff. Like, I'm not going to wait a few days and come back to this. So like next time I play, I'm going to fight Owl. But like Mike, would you say that is that harder than the Genichiro fight, or is that kind of on that same? It's in the same area.
It's the same level, I would say. I think
yeah.
I bet there's some people who struggle more in that one or more in Genichiro. I think for me, those two are pretty similar.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's hard to say because different people struggle with different bosses. Like Madame Butterfly was absolutely super rough for me. That one like took me a long time, and then I did really good on the Bull, for example, which I think took you a few more tries. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and then there are ones too where it's like I just fought that Orin, that like lady that plays the guitar, and no matter what I say to her, she gets pissed off and tries to kill you. And like the first few times I fought her, I was like, this sucks. I'm just getting my ass kicked. And then it's just like something just clicks in your brain. And I just destroyed her. And then there's the thing later where there's the two purple guys as you're heading up to the owl fight. And it's like, first time it's like, this is insane. They're both overwhelming me. And then it's like, okay, wait, I can sneak in and I can kill one of them stealth before I fight the other. And I realized that like, oh shit, I can do the puppet thing to him and he can help me in the fight. And it's like, I got to remember to do that next time. But I just fought the other guy perfectly and killed him and I didn't need to. And it's like, oh shit, like it is all just skill based. It's all pattern recognition. It's all timing. It's just like everything I want out of a game. I love it. So like it is, I think Elden Ring is one of the best games of all time. Like ever. Like I put it up there with like Breath of the Wild. I think I like this more.
Yeah, I was the same way. Like once I played, I'm like, this is the best. This is maybe the best action game of all time. It keeps you very honest. There are like little things you can do to help. Like you have those tools which are like the secondary attacks, and some of them are just strong against certain bosses.
Yeah,
like
they have
the
kind
second
of Mega Man qualities. Yeah.
Yeah, like the headless monkey, you can use the sphere. I'm like, okay, this helps a lot. So you can go get the sphere, or you can go fight a different boss, a different path, and that's going to get you one of the permanent attack upgrades or things like that. So there are things you can do, but it's not like an Elden Ring or a Dark Souls where you could just go level up a ton and invite 3 friends, and you
can't cheese it.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Which is how I did it. Like I always talk about how I over level myself in those other games. I think I neglect to mention I also summon as many actual people as possible, and then I hide in a corner. So it's like this is the first time I've had to confront my fears of these bosses, and it turns out that's a way more fun way to play.
It's fun. Yeah, I think that. Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I had such a similar thing with this and Breath of the Wild. Not that the games are similar, but like when I was playing them, I played Breath of the Wild right when I had Emmy, and she would like lay next to me while I played that. and I played this right as Addie was born. And I have a video on my YouTube page of me holding her. You can't actually see the video, but during the video that I recorded, I'm holding Addie while playing Genichiro, and I actually beat him while she was sitting on my lap. And I was so proud of this. I'm like, look, I'm not going to one-shot many of these things, but this one I beat with this kid on my lap, and I think that's
awesome.
pretty fun. Yeah.
It does have me thinking. I want to look up some stuff of like people that like really love From, and I'm curious what the general feeling is. If there was like a tier list or a ranking, like is Sekiro and Elden Ring typically the top two?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people like a lot of the real From sickos. I think are gonna like Bloodborne and like Dark Souls 1, maybe Dark Souls 3, even more.
If you're into the lore, especially, I think that's
a major thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a lot of them are honestly, then a lot of them like. Is Sekiro even really a Souls-like, really? Because it's so different.
It's very different.
A lot of people who are like super FromSoft fans because of the Dark Souls style, maybe they're not playing as much Sekiro necessarily. Not all the time. So a lot of times it's all the same thing. But
do you think if I were to go back and play Bloodborne now after cheesing it to hell the first time, do you think I would enjoy it and appreciate it on a different level now that I've played Sekiro?
I think so.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
Yeah. I think so. Even like Dark Souls like 3, which kind of has that faster paced combat again. Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3 especially. I kind of want to go back to Elden Ring and be like, I want to try to beat this game without using any summons, even my little like ring buddy thing. And I think that might just be a fun little challenge.
I'm seeing a lot of people mention Bloodborne on PC. What's the deal there? Is this just not official?
It runs at 60 frames per second now on PC.
Easily?
Well, not with your 5080. God, that's so sorry.
Oh my God. I think that ape is my favorite boss fight in any of the Souls game. Actually, I loved fighting that ape. I don't know
incredible.
why that one just clicked with me so well.
It's a good gimmick. I like it, but it's like I think I definitely prefer the ones that are kind of like I've always liked boss fights where it's someone that's like kind of roughly your size.
Yeah,
I like either roughly your size, very nimble with cool attacks, or like skyscraper sized. You know,
right?
You know,
I got you.
But like Genichiro,
I like as long as they
my
have
favorite
your
so far.
abilities. If you have the same, basically, if they have the same abilities, essentially, that's why I like the Genichiro fight so much. It's like, this is just me. Yeah.
And the owl fight is very interesting to me from just the two I tried, where he throws the little ball out that makes it so you can't heal and things like that. Like, that seems awesome.
It's like, avoid that at all costs. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Y'all are just reminding me of the Lady Maria fight in Bloodborne, and Jesus Christ, I think that's like a top 10 boss battle because that's another person that is just your size. She has abilities that you could have, has a weapon that you could eventually equip.
Yeah. She's from the DLC. I liked that fight a ton. Gosh. Yeah, I appreciated Bloodborne so much more when I recently replayed it than when I played it the first time back then. And I was still kind of like, I kind of was figuring out what a Souls game was like, but I don't know. It is a genre. There are games that just kind of click better when something happens. I don't know what it is. Wisdom, old age,
patience, accepting the game on its own terms and not wanting it to be something it's not. And it's
I mean, like, this isn't God of War.
Right. Yeah.
I'm very curious if and when y'all eventually decide to check out Lies of P, because I do consider it a good one of those that isn't from.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it soon. I am actually kind of like feeling withdrawals a little bit. I'm like, I gotta need to play one of these now. It's a problem. I'm becoming one of the sickos.
Same thing. I was like, I actually marked my calendar for Nioh 3. I'm like, I'm just going to hop into that when that's out. So, yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Fantastic. Well, happy to hear the updates. Dan, when you eventually finish Sekiro, I'd love to go through your 2019 Game of the Year list to see where you think it would rank at this point.
Oh, because I think I had Outer Wilds at number 1, which I do adore Outer Wilds, but I don't know if anything makes me feel the way Sekiro does. So I'm pretty sure that'd be number 1 with a bullet.
Interesting.
When I reconsidered it recently, I'm like, Sekiro's number 1. It's just too good.
Well, I'm glad that it has reignited a flame for From Software games, just like Spyro Reignited Trilogy has brought the Purple Dragon back to Mikey.
Yeah, I was just in a 3D platformer mood this past weekend, and when the Reignited Trilogy came out, I played Spyro 1 and really enjoyed it. Then I think I started to and then got distracted, went somewhere else. I'm like, I want to finally play through Spyro 2 on this thing. It just intro. I never played too much of the Spyro games on PS1 for whatever reason, so I never actually played through Spyro 2. So yeah, just jumped in there. It is just a very simple not simple, but again, chill.
It's a little
breezy.
simple, but it's straightforward.
Sure.
It's in a way that I want. Like, give me a game where I just kind of go and jump around, and there's a little hub world that takes me to other levels. And Spyro feels very good to control, especially in this one, because you have a good degree of control when he's doing that charge attack. He had that little like flutter you can do at the end of a glide to give you just a little bit more vertical movement to get onto some ledges. It's very colorful. They did a very good job with that remake at Toys R Bob, so it's still a very good looking game. Although it's funny because the cutscenes already look a little dated because those were pre-rendered at like 1080p and maybe not 60 frames per second. So I'm like, oh, it's weird that these already look a little bad now. This remake was like 2018. Wow, how long ago that is comparatively already. Jeez. But the game itself still looks fantastic. Still plays fantastic. There is something still very PS1-y about it. Just the kind of format of it all. Like, go these portals, go these relatively small levels, go through the main objective, and there's a few side things you can do to get the collectibles. I'm like, give me the collectibles. I like collecting things. Isn't that nice?
I do think out of all the like Mario 64, inspired 3D platformers of the late 90s, I do think Spyro's probably the one that aged the best.
I agree. That's exactly what I was going to say. I think it's right there. It's very, very fun.
Is Ratchet and Clank past that?
That's later. So Ratchet, Jack, all that was PS2 era, which would have been the early 2000s.
That's Insomniac. So the Spyro people would become the Ratchet and Clank people, right?
Yep. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah. And I like the Crash Bandicoots. I like Banjo-Kazooie, but I think, because this has the more wide open exploration. It's not as linear as the Crash Bandicoot games. It's not quite as Banjo-Kazooie's it's pretty gimmicky. I don't want to say gimmicky in a bad way, but it's a lot of go talk to this guy and become a bee and now go solve a puzzle here and it's a game show, right? It's a lot of vignettes and kind of silly things. It's not so much about platforming.
I mean, there's a lot of collectibles in Banjo-Kazooie.
It's a collecting thing. Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a really good one. It's very inspired by Mario.
I like Banjo-Kazooie a lot. Yeah.
I prefer Banjo to Spyro, but they're right there. They're right next to each other.
Where does the 3D Rayman game rank for y'all?
Rayman 2 is great. Rayman 2 specifically was pretty beloved, especially at the time. I do want to play it again, although I don't want to play the N64 version because I'm a brat who played it on Dreamcast first, and now I can't handle the blurry N64. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm spoiled.
You're a bad person.
It's okay.
It's right there for me as well. That game is kind of maybe right behind Spyro.
Is this collection new, Mike? When did this come out?
2018. It's been out for a while.
Okay.
So,
and I had not played any of them until this trilogy. It is an excellent trilogy. Yeah.
I think a lot about in the Spyro 1 remake they did. So in the original Spyro game, you have to rescue all the dragons, and every dragon is just this one kind of model of a dragon, and they're just palette swaps. And then in the remake, every dragon has a very, very unique design, and it's filled with character. Like one's clearly a clockmaker, and the other one's an artist. And to me, that is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen a video game developer do, was how much attention they put into giving each of these 80 dragons this distinct design and personality. When, it would have been, quote unquote, more, true to the original to just make them palette swaps of the same generic adult dragon. I don't know. I just think they did such an incredible job with this. I know they're working on something new at Toys for Bob. I kind of hope it is just a new Spyro. I would love to see them make a new one like they did. They made Crash 4, and I loved Crash Bandicoot 4. So I'd be super into anything they do.
The Spyro games, this Ignited trilogy, is one of the few sort of classic 3D platformers that I could sit in front of my very young kids when it came out, and they were just like, no, we get it. Like, we could play this.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of super playable in that way as well, where it's like even very young audiences get it immediately.
Yeah, even when the originals came out, I remember I like cousins that were a few years younger than me, and they really liked Spyro. And I was maybe just, this is like I'm playing Half-Life time, right? I didn't have much of an edgy mic window, but perhaps existed for just a moment in the late 90s where I was like,
it happened to everybody then.
Yeah. Well, going from one game that I didn't realize was out to another game that I'm confused why it isn't completely out, Deadlock. Mike and I checked this out on UPF last week. No, this isn't the lovable hooligans talking about old wrestling. This is the Valve third-person shooter, third-person MOBA-like. And Mike and I and Christian checked this out last week. Mike, what did you think of Deadlock?
Well, I played it a bit when it first sort of came out, right? And it was more weird hush hush. So it's been a bit. It is impressive how far it has come now. It feels like a complete game already, really. I know there's some maybe art stuff in the world they're working on, but there are a ton of characters. This is kind of hub world in this mansion that you hang out with in between matches. It feels incredibly put together to the point where this could easily be a 1.0 release to me. And it was fun just messing around with all the different characters and jumping in there. I think the art style looks really good. I like this. It's doing the kind of somewhat sci-fi noir thing here in a interesting way that helps it stand out from all the other hero shooters. A lot of those that are just more straight up sci-fi or superhero inspired. So yeah, artistically, definitely is standing out there. My complaints of the game are just basically my complaints for MOBAs, where I'm like, oh, why is there a shop? Why do I have to make all of these decisions? I don't know. Just do that for me. I don't know if I need more health regen or plus 50 to kinetic shields. I don't want to be that in the weeds. Some people do. I get it. But that's, not necessarily for me. And just, matches are very long, even though within 10 minutes, you usually know who's going to win. So then it just kind of becomes this weird march to defeat that lasts forever. There was that other mode that was more fast paced. That was like, yeah, and it's just like the ARAM, like, okay, everybody on one lane. And I definitely like the pace of that more, even though there's still some questions there of like, okay, like certain characters are better at this because everybody starts with their ultimate. In general, these games have big learning curves. This one doesn't feel as insurmountable as a Dota 2 does, where I played that one time. I was like, nope, don't want to invest in this. With Deadlock, I do feel a pool where it would be fun to invest some more time into it. How about you, Jan?
This is probably the worst thing to happen to me this year, Deadlock, because I played nothing but this over the weekend, and it is this game, Deadlock, and Pokemon Unite, which I feel like are good twists on the MOBA formula that kind of speeds up the pace, because like you said, Mike, a game of League or a game of Dota 2 can take upwards to like 40, 50 minutes, and like when you're generally at the 20-minute mark, you kind of know where the game is headed, and you don't want to quit out because you might be queued up with friends, or you don't want that to affect your general standings as a player. But the games of Pokemon Unite are, I think they're just like 3-5 minutes, and the Street Brawl mode games here in Deadlock last maybe at most 15 to 20 minutes. It depends on like how the rounds go back and forth.
Because it's the first to win 3 rounds, right? So sometimes you can go to round 5.
But this specifically Deadlock has kind of reignited and reminded me why I do like MOBAs, and that is the dangerous aspect of it, because I was only doing Street Brawl because it kind of has a roguelike element where instead of visiting a shop, as each round starts, you get the option to pick 3 different power-ups, and like Mike said, you can affect your HP regeneration, bullet resistance, spirit damage.
Right, and some of them are even consumables, right? So you get bound to like X, Z, and C, things like that.
And then I started learning more about the different heroes they have, Mike. And then I started learning about proper build orders that you can kind of fudge around. And then I started feeling like I was becoming a sicko. And then I just fully embraced it and just decided to go for the full-on mode, which is 6v6, and it is just a straight-up MOBA. And the thing that, just because it was mine and Mike and Christian's like first time in the game, well, Mike played previously, but in its current iteration, there is so much that we were missing.
Sure.
In terms of
people were trying to say that there was parrying, and I still don't really understand what they mean by that. Oh God, I've activated Jan. Like, what do you mean there's parrying? I'm shooting people.
This is probably the sickest fucking game in the world, y'all, because you have parrying, and then you have different skills for characters, and then if you got a lane going at like maybe the 5 to 8 minute, I hate it. My internal clock is starting to like go, because at the 5 to 8 minute round, if you win your lane, go explore the city, baby. Go hit the boxes, get the statues, go get them souls, go get that money, and then hit up the shop. And then the neat thing, and I think most MOBAs do this at this point, but you can set a build order. So you just visit the shop. If you have enough money, you'll just start getting the stuff that you've predefined on your like little wish list. And also the neat thing that Deadlock does is it lets users put up their own shopping lists or recommended builds of like, hey, this is how I play this character. And then you could just take that on. It's fucking a banger.
That's cool.
That does help.
I think the most crucial part that Mike and I didn't quite explore when we were playing last Friday during UPF that I've come to learn is this Deadlock has Rocket League like movement in terms of how satisfying and how mobile you can be, because
I was getting a sense of that too, and like that did feel like you could kind of like roll and like jump out of the roll and then hit a wall and jump off that, and I was like getting a small sense of that while we were playing.
And then since then I've become a little freak, and I will just go into the training grounds, pick the character I like, and then practice doing all these complicated movements of like doing your dash forward to a jump into a slide, canceling that, and then jumping off of another wall. And then the thing is, when you're playing at the lower rankings like I am, everyone is treating it like it's more of a character shooter and not using any of the movement abilities. Like they'll just use it to like dash in, dash out. There's so many other ways to engage and disengage. I absolutely adore this game, and I need to delete it from my computer or else it'll consume me. One of the heroes I really like is Pocket. He is the dude with a briefcase. He shoots out a ghost. He's fucking great. I was initially turned off because I'd come to really like close combat melee characters because of my time playing Marvel Rivals. This actually has a lot of that. Abrams is voiced by our dear friend Samoa Joe, so it's just funny hearing him just like rattling off in the background talking about solving cases and shit.
This is the guy who kind of looks like Hellboy, right?
Yes, Blue Hellboy. And the interesting thing is they have this voting system where the users themselves can vote on which character do you want to come out next. We got 4 available, and now this werewolf lady's available in the game. She's messing up my shit. I also started playing as like this little owl thing that throws pillows and makes people sleepy.
Oh yeah, the characters are very good. Yeah, like this little owl guy is kind of more of a, I don't know, zoner, if that's the correct term. And don't yell at me if it's not. But yeah, they can put people to sleep, things like that. Just there are so many interesting characters, and that's what might pull me back in. Like I don't know if they're any good, but there's this person who just looks like a stage magician. And just is like shooting magic spells, and like one of the abilities he summons his assistant, and then like she's shooting too, a little bit like Loki and Marvel Rivals. You can teleport to the assistant. I'm like, oh, I don't know, I like this specific flavor going on over here. Like something's a bit more predictable, like a robot, and they can shoot people with a lightning gun thing, kind of. But even then, the design is very good.
Yeah. Also,
why isn't this game out?
Who knows? Valve does what Valve wants to do.
That's crazy.
Again, I think I heard like they're still finalizing art assets in the map itself now. Maybe that's practically it. There's no way we go through this year and this game doesn't get a 1.0 release if it's looking the way it was looking to me. But who knows? Some games are just technically in pre-alpha forever. But I mean, you still need to be invited to play this game. Now, getting invited is very easy. Anybody who is in the game right now can invite you. So if you want to play, you can, but it's still not as easy as going to the store page and just clicking a button. There is still a barrier right now.
And God, I actually can't stop playing this game. I meant to check out the next game we'll talk about, but then I just fired up a game of Street Brawl instead. Deadlock, if you are at all curious, I don't know, maybe if High Guard wasn't for you, like Mike said, it is fairly easy to get an invite to go play Deadlock. Highly recommend it. I
see a Cradix in chat being like, it's not done yet. We got one more year. We're still waiting for Jungle Creeps, Towers, and a lot of the art is placeholder. Apparently there's one character whose textures is just green, so I guess there's more stuff, but yeah, just at a first glance to me, I'm like, well, this thing's ready to go practically.
Yeah.
I love early access. I'm glad you guys got in there and reported on this. That's awesome.
That being said, I have, in a fugue state yesterday, thought, what if I bring back Daily Dota, but it's just Deadlock? And then
I want
Deadlock.
to play some more of this, so maybe you
too.
can Sherpa me through it here in the next couple of weeks.
let's just do a game of Street Brawl. Very fun, very easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I do want to play more. Shit. Damn it.
Yeah, let's go. I know a certain individual that used to work at this website that plays a good chunk of it, and I want to play with him.
Yeah.
Folks, last game we have here on the list has been climbing up the review charts because it's been doing fairly well. And I meant to play this earlier, but Jeff Grubb, you've been playing it. And I feel like this is a very odd name for a game because everyone says it differently. Cairn?
Yeah, it's one syllable. I think that's the thing to keep in mind that's throwing people off. Cairn. A cairn is just like a pile of rocks that people use as like a marker when they're hiking or something like that. It is a climbing game. I like games about moving objects, cars, bodies, people, things through 3D space. And I like when the game is like, let's make that something you have to think about. I'm a huge Baby Steps fan. This is a more traditional climbing game where you're playing as someone who's very capable. They know how to climb. And it does a thing where it's like, okay, you are going to move one limb at a time. As you move these limbs, you sort of lock them in place, and you want to lock them in place by looking visually at the rocks themselves and seeing if they have an obvious ledge, if there's a divot, if there's a crack in the wall, anything you could sort of lock your hand into to get a secure grip. And then you want to do that with the other hand and both feet as well. And as long as you have a firm placement for each of these limbs, your character should be good. It shouldn't lose a ton of stamina, should be able to continue to climb. But there's not always a ton of great stuff on the wall, or it takes a while to like begin to visually understand it. And it does the thing where if you press the left trigger or left bumper, I can't remember, I think it's left bumper, it zooms out and you could kind of get a good view of the rock wall in front of or ahead of you. So you're like, okay, I could start to plan a path. And that's been very useful. And it's something I like as well about this game. It's very much about visualizing how you're going to get this character up the wall and then executing on that vision and then dealing with any of the setbacks that come from, I didn't foresee this being a problem. I got to figure this out. If one of your limbs is not like securely on one of these ledges or in a crack or something like that, they do begin to experience stamina a little bit faster. Not so much so that you're going to immediately fall or anything like that, but enough so that if like another limb is not well supported, then you're going to begin to see your character shake, and that's the visual feedback of, okay, the right leg is shaking. I need to like do a couple of things here. Either find a secure hold, or I could take a piton. That one I don't know how to say. Piton, probably, yeah. And it's like a little mini game. It's active reload. You're like, okay, I'm gonna hold up on the D-pad. I'm gonna take my piton out, and as long as I hit X right in the time it's in the meaty part of the graph, I will be able to secure it, and then I can just hang on it on the wall and rest and recover. You have a certain number of those, and if you don't get it in the middle part of the bar when you are doing the active reload to actually put it into the wall, you'll likely break it, and then you won't have enough. You can recover those. You can build new ones once you get to camp. But so you gotta half rely on that, but mostly you just want to be looking at the wall and working your way up, and occasionally getting all limbs secure, and then hitting Y on the Xbox controller to sort of shake your arms out and reset the stamina a little bit. It's really good in terms of what it's going for, of trying to make it feel like you are thinking about climbing deeply, and then also getting a really awesome view of this great landscape and looking back down at where you came from and like continuing to look up at the mountain and be like, how am I ever going to get to the top of there? But then every time you look back, you're like, look how far I've come. These are all really cool feelings to have in a game. It nails it. I think there's some story stuff happening that I'm just beginning to kind of suss out a little bit. But
people seem really into that stuff generally,
yes,
right? The story
exactly.
aspect.
That's where I'm like, okay, I want to pay attention to that.
When I was first hearing about this, I thought it sounded kind of like Jusant, but I think I brought it up during the charity stream, and I think you and Geller were like, no, it's not like Jusant. It sounds like a little more demanding on like the gameplay. It's less of a kind of chill, cozy game.
So I think it's got a similar sort of tone to Jusant. Like it presents itself similar to Jusant. Playing it is very different. Like you just move your character by, moving the stick in Jusant. And there's still some like planning the climb and looking where you're supposed to go, but then they make it very clear. It's like, this is the way to go. Here it is. It's a little bit more analog. It's not as analog as Baby Steps, where it's just all about moving this wobbly boy around. But it's still like, okay, we have a surface here, and your character has these rules attached to all their physics objects. Just deal with that. Figure that out yourself, and that is very unlike Jusant. Yeah,
I see.
There's also some light survival mechanics. You gotta drink water. You gotta eat. There's a chalk system for your hands.
Oh.
Yes, you gotta have half a coconut, bitch. Absolutely. There is when you get to your camp, like there's these little kind of doorways painted on the mountain, and it could be on the side of the wall or it could be up on a plateau surface. Either way, you set up a camp at these things. You go in the tent, and there's cooking, so you can cook up some food. Like if you collected a bunch of dandelions, you can make some dandelion tea that will give you a little bit more oomph as you're climbing, things like that. And then this is where you can repair your pitons and things like that. And it seems like there is potential for there to be like some very hard-hitting character moments, but again, I've not seen that stuff yet. I'm pretty early. As far as a climbing game goes, that my kind of thing. I think this is going to hit pretty hard. I might stream a little bit of it in the mornings here, kind of like I did Baby Steps.
Nice.
As I get to some of the more difficult stuff in the game.
I know that climbing, bouldering, and everything is like really skyrocketed in terms of popularity. Do y'all think climbing games, because we have so much of them now, are the new fishing games?
Ooh,
There-
it
yes.
seems like there's more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. Too bad, because I mean, not too bad, but I could go for a fishing game, honestly, right
I
now.
would love a fishing
Same,
game.
same.
Yeah.
A Sega fishing game.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
Basic.
Well,
With word
specifically
bass in the
bass. Yeah.
Give me a controller. Yeah.
Do y'all see another kind of like hobbyist sport or whatever kind of taking over, being the next wave
Yeah,
of video
there's gonna
games?
be more. Yeah, kayaking's gonna get big pretty soon here. I think.
There was that
Mario-
Mario game in VR a little bit ago, so yeah.
Oh,
I
right.
liked that game.
There was
Yeah.
the stealth kayak game.
Yeah.
Stealth kayak
The
game was
Phantom
actually
or
one of the
whatever?
better
Yeah.
VR games I ever played. I'm like,
the
okay, there's
tactical
something.
yactical, yeah, I think it was what it was called.
There's
Yeah.
Yak-yak.
something to this.
Yeah.
Mario pickleball.
Actually, that'd be funny. I'd play that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that about does it for video.
I'm on the Born a Fantasy critic, everybody. I got the first one here because Dragon Quest VII, 85 scores so far.
That's
So,
pretty good. Yeah.
yeah. Also, I picked up Fable pretty cheap over the weekend too. So there's been some pickups.
I tried to look and see if someone made any bids. I think maybe I just looked too late, or maybe no, I was traveling. I was looking the week before that. Okay, never mind.
Well,
Yep.
and look, just real quick here. Sean picked up Danganronpa 2x2 in Crash Out Crew, and Chuck went crazy. Chuck picked up Titanium Court, Enter the Gungeon 2, and Persona 4 Revival. over that
Okay,
weekend.
all right.
Big moves happening, everybody.
Yep, Fantasy Critic is happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the indie route this year.
Okay.
I'm scoping some things out. Folks, that about does it for video game talk. We're going to take a quick bricky break, and we will be back with the news right after this. Breaking news.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. Jeff
USR.
Bakalar.
Captured and compromised to a permanent end.
Here he is, folks. How are you doing, Jerf? Are you okay?
Not great, Jen.
Do you want
Not
me to
great at
intro
all.
you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Normally after Jeff Grubb. And the man who's laying down pipe in Jersey because the internet won't let him. So he's going to just jerry-rig his own situation. That's right. He's going to
Series
run
of tubes.
the longest Ethernet cord through a series of complicated tubes. Forget 5G. He's here now. Jeff Bakalar.
Hey, thanks for that very warm and realistic welcome. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, and
But it's able considered how bad you have it.
my little problems are not real problems.
Do you
and
think
I
you're on
know
their
I'm-
like hit list because all the shit you say about 5G? Maybe they're like, we'll mess up his internet, force
it's
him onto
unrel-
5G.
It's unrelated. It's not the same thing, right?
Is it
like what?
T-Mobile is your guy or whatever?
No, this is just my fucking ISP. That's it. It's not wireless.
It's not related to the dragons.
It's not related to
Oh, it could be the dragons.
the machine elves. Oh, the dragons are a touchy subject, boy.
We need an update. I need to know what's going on with the dragons. Are you shut down? Have you gone
guys
like
went
even
underground,
deeper
right?
Underground? Yeah.
We went underground. There's
Black
a
market
Discord.
dragons.
It's the dark web. Okay, we're on the dark web now.
That's
And
why I
we're
downloaded
rocking-
Tor so I could buy some dragons. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject. I got to keep my voice down. Like I said, I kind of don't know what to do aside from move.
Oh,
Like that's kind
Come
of
to
where I'm at.
Ohio.
Nope, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Wow,
well, that
end
shut
of
that down
conversation.
quick.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny when I was looking when we were buying this house. Like it occurred to me, I was like, "Oh, it's weird they don't have FiOS just in this neighborhood." And you know, it was like a fleeting thought, and then you know, all these years later, it's coming back to bite me in the butthole, and I just
What do
don't.
you have like DSL? Like, what's the like? What do you
No,
have?
It's like coax cable internet.
Okay.
Oh.
That's real
It's like
internet.
cable. It's not though. I mean, I
Well,
understand
clearly.
you got to get it where you can get it, but like, it's just insane. And I call these people and then I don't want to talk to anyone anymore. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want them to ask me how the weather is where I am because I'm not in the mood to talk about the weather. I don't even know anymore, guys, if I'm talking to a person.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Every now and then I'll be like,
Yeah.
every now and then I'll be like, you're real, right? And I'll be like, what do you mean? And I'll be like, what time is it right now? And then they tell me like the whole time, but also the time zone. And I'm like, that's not a human answer.
Mm.
What's going on? I'm not happy.
Could you
Well,
actually
glad
run
you're
like
here.
a really long cable to like a different neighborhood?
Are you, is that a joke?
No,
Is that
you-
a joke answer?
You know what you could do? You could do the microwave thing where like you build a huge tower off the top of your house and it's a direct microwave line and you could just point it at your friend's house across town who's got FiOS. And as long as they have direct line of sight, you can get like
Buddy.
wireless internet that way.
3D
Buddy,
print a
it-
tower.
It's
Listen,
so
the
much
homeowners
more
association
insane.
will love this.
No, there's no HOAs here. Listen,
Oh,
It's so much more
The mob took
insane.
care of that. Don't worry. Okay.
Exactly. HOA stands for something else. Let me tell you. Also, it's not even that. I can see a house from my backyard that has FiOS. And I don't.
Oh, no.
So don't even. It's just. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I understand these are champagne problems. I'm very self-aware of that, but it's also my livelihood a bit, folks.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And
Yeah.
it's frustrating. And my ISP is Optimum. They're the worst ISP in the country. I have no doubts about it. But if you work for them, please help me.
You can get some dragons.
I'm calling in the favors. I'm ringing the bell. This is. I'm calling in the favors.
God, is he high?
These are favor beeps, also known as me being high, but I'm not high right now. It's too early. Favor
He's too
beeps.
upset.
I'm calling in every internet favor beep I can possibly
Oh my
call
God.
in. Fucking help me.
He's like
Oh my
Paul,
God.
He's like Paul Revere going door to door through
Yeah.
the streets.
Oh,
Just
calling
like
in the
it's just
favor.
like that.
All of
Yeah.
New Jersey can see the Bakalar signal outside.
It's just a frowning guy with glasses as the signal.
Fine. It's fine. It looks like the Pringles logo. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter. We got a full blown 6-alarm internet favor call out, call for help. Please. Please.
When I was a kid, you could just like give the cable guy $50 and he would do everything to your cable,
Yeah.
right? That was a
Oh,
different.
the free
you couldn't do that anymore.
pay-per-views, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be about collusion.
Yeah, it used
Yeah.
to be like a hot 50 and you get the skin channels, but no, now it
Is
now you
that
gotta
the
know
plot of
somebody.
Cable Guy?
There's more going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's just like whoever decided to, like pick up the call request right at the deli counter was like, I'll see if I can solve this problem. Never makes eye contact, just looking at the tablet, being like, well, have you reset your modem? And I just want to burst into flames because I can't. We are the worst. We are the worst. I can't.
Wait, we in this context.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I'm number
Just-
one.
My internet's great.
I got
It's great.
fiber.
It's cool.
Fiber.
I should have it. I just need help. Yes, I've tried rebooting the modem.
How dare you at home suggest that?
Like, there should also be like a fork that you can kind of like choose to go one way or the other when you first engage with customer support, where it's like, I'm under 50, so I know stuff, and you don't have to tell me stuff that you would tell a geriatric person.
You're under 50, but over 25, because apparently Gen Z doesn't know any of this anymore either.
They don't know how shit works at all. They're cooked. Yeah.
But I do hate it when you're going through a customer support nightmare and you've had numerous calls with different people, and then one person you've been working with for like 20 minutes has to transfer you, and then you have to do the whole spiel and like, listen, I've done this, I've reset this, I've done this, I tried this, I talked to this person about this, we confirmed it's not this. Like, that's a huge pain in the ass.
It's and then it's like the first thing they say is like, you want to spend more money first? Can we offer you with a chance to spend more money with your broken fucking service? Are you in the mood to put down more money? Because we could offer you that. I don't know.
That's nice of them.
Right? Oh man. And it's all. And you can't get mad at these people because they just work for this faceless corporation.
You do have to remind yourself. I have to remind myself constantly, like, don't get mad at them. Don't get mad, because you're very frustrated, and they are your point of contact. You're like, don't get mad at them. Don't get mad at them.
That's why I always start those calls with like, by the way, I'm going to be frustrated here. You're going to hear it in my voice, but just know it's not directed at you. I feel like that goes a long way.
Yeah. No, smart.
I'm way more cordial when I'm talking to them. I'm at the ceiling here, folks. I've reached the end. I'm at the end of my wits. It's happening. It's happening live, streaming on the internet. It's happening right now. You're all witnessing it. I've reached the end.
Bakalar, this too shall pass.
No,
I don't know. It might pass. I'm still not going to have internet when it passes, though.
Yeah. No promises on the internet front, but yeah.
I won't be able to reach out for help because I'll just be in a Faraday cage of not my own creation. Okay.
It's funny you mentioned Faraday cage. We mentioned that earlier.
Hockey pucks are causing it at your house.
We thought it might be some hockey puck interference.
Oh, that's a great solution, guys. That's what's happening.
Yeah, no, he's gone full Sandler.
Oh no!
Real bad, guys.
Audio listeners, he's playing an oboe with his hands right now.
Oh god! I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this since we made him play Mythology.
What was I doing all along? Thinking it was some ghost in the wires. It's all hockey related. It's a hockey related internet outage.
It's a problem.
Is the PLA maybe blocking radio internet waves?
You don't want this, bud. You don't want any of this, man. You don't want this right now.
Well, there's news.
Hi, everybody. I have the news. Let's see here. A Nintendo Direct is supposed to happen this week. It's apparently going to be a dedicated partner Direct, like it's to the partners. It's probably going to happen on Thursday. That's what the rumors are saying. People are a little like antsy about this because everyone's wondering what Nintendo's plans are to fill out the rest of its annual schedule with first-party games. Probably not going to get that information here. Although I do think this is probably an important Direct for Nintendo because now is the chance for them to kind of make it clear what third-party support is going to look like on the Switch 2. Developers, publishers have all the information about what kind of system this is and what kind of people are buying it. So let's see if they decide to show up. What are your guys' expectations on that front? Like, do you think it's like this is a full third-party supported system or kind of somewhere between this and the Wii U?
Better than that. I mean, there are some things that seem pretty obvious to show up here. There's a couple of FromSoft things. Duskbloods, I still want to see more of that. I want to be sold on it a bit more. As somebody who finds the PvP elements of those games the least interesting part, I hope there's more to it than that. I still want to see like fun bosses and a world to explore and things like that. And then, there's the Elden Ring port that was supposed to come out last year and everyone said looked terrible. I would like to see signs of life of that, maybe come back around. A few really big third-party games from recent years that maybe could show up on the system now, like your Clair Obscure, Expedition 33, Metaphor Fantasio, some of the recent Silent Hills, maybe even more Resident Evils, things like that.
I saw stuff was coming out about Resident Evil today on Switch 2. Anyone see if it's positive? Like, does it run well? Like Requiem on Switch 2?
Oh, I didn't see any of this yet. There's previews for that version.
I haven't seen any of the new, like, sort of hands-on impressions, but for a while there, people had tried it on there and said it was running surprisingly well. Like, it's going to be the least version of that game, and yet I think most people are saying it's perfectly acceptable especially if it's your only way to play or your preferred way to play. I think that I'll be curious to see if EA does anything more than like Madden and FIFA. I think they're a little bit of a bellwether for me. If they have Jedi Survivor, like that'll be interesting.
It almost would be weird to me if not, because again, they downported that game to PS4, and at the time, I'm like, well, they're doing that to get ready for the Switch 2. I don't know why else you're doing that. Of course, there's a reason. A lot of people have PS4s still, so sure. But if you do that work, why not see it through, put on more things? But yeah, I certainly, to answer that first question, Jeff, I expect to see a good amount of third-party support here. Especially, it seems like some of the stuff has been doing well. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake on Switch 2, seems like that's being received really well and maybe also selling really well. And it's like, well, okay, if that one's doing well, then why can't a lot of these other things find success on Switch too?
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's like Sven from the Baldur's Gate studio shows up and it's like, hey, since the last time we talked, I said this isn't coming to Switch 2. We've had the conversations with Hasbro and whoever the hell else at Wizards of the Coast, and we got it figured out, and we're going to get the game onto Switch 2. Just hang tight. That sort of thing could happen here. But I don't know. If it doesn't, then that game's probably not going to happen anytime soon on the Switch 2. All right. Speaking of Switch 2, Nintendo comments on that whole thing that's going on with dispatch and censorship on the Switch 2. The game came out. And if you saw me stream it or saw anyone streaming it, you probably saw the censored version, which is an option for this game on all platforms. On Switch 2, though, it is the only option. You cannot see the wieners and the breasts and the other private parts or even middle fingers. Yeah, all the wieners are
The toxicity guy, they took out his penis?
They didn't take out, they covered it with giant black bars. So it's like you get the ice, like we're aware of the size. Exactly. No, it's just these big blocks. Now, there's some humor to that, especially as an option.
Yeah.
When this was happening, there was some back and forth. A lot of people are like, hey, Nintendo, you allow penises in games like Cyberpunk, and that's on Switch. Switch 2. So what's the difference here? Why are you treating this game differently? And it turned out that it's not Nintendo treating it differently. Cyberpunk had multiple SKUs, and it got one rating for one of the SKUs in Japan and a different rating for different SKUs in the rest of the world. Because the Japanese rating board, if you get that Sero Z, it's basically a sales death sentence in Japan. Yes, Sero Z, and it's something that it is something you could do if you are a studio that has the resources to make multiple versions of your game, something that Ad Hoc did not do. But both companies kind of were like, hey, it's mostly on the other guy to figure this out. And it sounds like there could be some improvement here where they're going to have an update that gets rid of some of the censorship. I don't think that's going to be what people want, though. A lot of people are getting this game, seeing this, and getting a refund. So I think it's still a question about, like, okay, can Ad Hoc figure out this thing with the multiple SKUs? Can Nintendo step up and make that easier? I think that's what a lot of people are asking for at this point, and I think that's probably fair.
Some folks are pointing out in chat, Danny Abiki, usually in Japan, you just download a patch for the Sero Z content after the fact. I don't know if that's a path that Ad Hoc can pursue.
Yeah, that's definitely something I've seen a lot of games talk about doing. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is something where the studio wanted to get it out on Switch 2, and there's a pathway to do that. But if you kind of take the path of least resistance, you end up in a situation like this where there's not a lot of leeway to treat the game different based on region, because there's one copy for all regions, and that causes some headaches. All right. Numerous video game companies' share prices dropped over the weekend because of Google's Project Genie AI rollout. Did you guys see this Project Genie stuff?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
It is a tool where you bring it up.
Real quick, man. People with hella money like that, dumb as fuck, huh?
It's not a meritocracy. Just here's the evidence for you, everybody. Google's Project Genie AI is this thing where you put in a prompt, or you put in some pictures and you're like, hey, make me a video game based on this. And they're like, they basically can make something that looks like Breath of the Wild if you squint, or Super Mario 64 if you are stupid. And it's like, okay, yeah, I see it, but like obviously none of the fun is there. People play it. It's like, no, yeah, none of the fun is there whatsoever. Maybe this is a problem for video game companies at some point. Maybe. I can tell you who it's not going to be a problem for right now or anytime soon is Take-Two, who's one of the companies that got banged real hard here in terms of their stock price. It dropped something like 10% based on this. The company that's going to release likely Grand Theft Auto 6 later this year is not going to take any damage because someone can make something that's going to be several magnitudes of order worse than the worst Ubisoft slop that people already can't stand. So this was a wild thing to see, but it's just investors not knowing what they're looking at and having no idea what it means to have their money invested in any of this stuff.
I mean, it's not just that there's no fun there. I mean, there's almost nothing except moving in a 3D space poorly. There's no interacting with anything. There's no level design. There's no mechanics. There's nothing.
Even if it did work, though, right? Like, even if it worked to, like, create something that's like, make me something like Super Mario 64, and it's like, okay, but it's going to be like sort of, I think, the average of Mario 64 always, and it's not going to have fun, new, novel ideas, and we already get a ton of slop all the time from, like, you can go on all these platforms and find stuff that's trying to just be like Mario 64, and people don't show up for that stuff. So I just don't think that this is going to have that effect on the big companies that spend millions of dollars to make their games. They're always going to be able to make their games stand apart just through sheer force of will, at least for the next couple of years. Maybe there's a time where you just say, make me Grand Theft Auto 7, and something happens, but I just still think people are not going to want that compared to the one that people put a lot of effort into. All right. Let's see here.
Sorry, Grub. Just seeing those stock prices plummet, and it's almost like a straight downfall for some of these companies besides Take-Two, just really is disheartening to see that some people that are calling the shots or have power in affecting a studio are that fucking dumb.
It's, I mean, just if you like looked, if they turned their head, you would be able to see right through because there's just no brains. They'd like
the fake video games that they make for TV shows look better and probably play
those
better.
are just videos. Those are just like but yes, I also don't think you should put a lot of, like, I don't know, just put a lot on like the machinations of like what a stock price does. That doesn't
this is saying exactly that
exactly
the people,
right.
The people that move the money and move the market have no idea what's going on. They don't know anything. So I mean, it matters. Like, you should go take money from these people. They just gave you a discount to go buy Take-Two stock. Now, I'm not giving the financial advice. But when that game comes out, Grand Theft Auto 6, there's going to be headlines everywhere about how it's made several, like, multiple billions of dollars in a day. Yeah. And that stock price, they're going to see that and be like, oh, that's a good thing. And the stock price is going to shoot back up, and they will have lost all that money because being panicked right now. So you have an opportunity to take advantage of them. That's all that this really is about.
And the bigger, like, problem is that there just is never any, like, even zooming out from all this, there's just never any consequences for any of this sort of stuff, right? Like, regardless of the sort of like irresponsible investment in all of these things, like, no one is ever going to be held accountable for the reckless behavior of all this stuff. In any, in all likelihood, they will be bailed out for their malfeasance, right? So, like, it's just, that's the problem, right? And this is how it trickles down and manifests into our corner of entertainment. It sucks, but fuck them.
If anyone can make them pay, though, it's going to be, hey, why do these games that you keep saying, make it like a Nintendo game? Why does it keep coming and looking at like our games? We're going to sue you and kill you. Nintendo could make that happen.
Yeah, please, Nintendo, go after this instead of fan demakes of Ocarina of Time.
No, both are still going to happen.
Yeah, that's the reality. I have enough lawyers to go around.
I also think at this point, I've talked to enough people that anecdotally I could say that no one understands anything, right? And I do think the branding that AI has benefited from is this lack of education and the lack of understanding of what all this stuff actually is. And when you meet someone like this in the real world and they're just like, wow, AI is going to, like, feed my next child or whatever it is and solve all the problems. And it's like, it's that sort of like insanity, the sort of like rose colored lenses that everyone views this entire industry through is to our detriment. And that, and it's just that speculative sort of like, how can I, quickly turn this around into a sort of, a beneficial investment is the reason why we have all these issues. So I don't trust anyone who can't explain what it is that they are funding to me. Right.
Oh yeah, and that's most investors. Yeah, and this is also a fun example of like capitalists will sell you the rope you use to hang them with.
Yes.
All these companies selling to investors, not really selling to us, but selling to investors that they're going to make the future built on AI. And they did that, and then the second AI was like, and now we don't need those publishers anymore. Investors were like, "Yay, let's go over there and spend all our money over there instead of at Take-Two." And Take-Two's got to be looking around, and be like, "Oh no, that's what they're going to do to us."
Remember when Pokemon Go was a big immediate hit and Nintendo's stock price shot up and Nintendo had to be like, hey, that's not us.
Yeah, that's the Pokemon company. Yeah.
Even the most charitable, like, understanding of like, to what end, right? With all this stuff, right? To what end? Putting every single person who touches a creative thing out of business, out of work, and then they don't have money to spend on this thing that you've made. So like, don't give me this fucking, it's the second coming. Unless there's some sort of like UBI or you need to be able to have people making money to buy the thing that you are making automatedly, right? So like, what's the fucking end game, boys? What are we doing?
The end game is Darren Aronofsky's AI generated American Revolution series. What the hell?
Is that the
what
wrestler?
the fuck is this?
The wrestler guy?
Wrestler
Requiem for a Dream guy. Yeah, remember when you respected him? Well, forget about that. Here's this.
I mean, maybe he's just been like in a cave for 30 years.
I mean, caught stealing kind of sucked too, so he's not really on a great run right now.
Yeah, he's always been kind of up and down. He's weird. Yeah, man.
The whale. I mean, Jesus.
Right. The wrestler was very good. I'll defend
I used to like his movies.
I kind of want to watch Noah still. I've still not watched Noah. I kind of want to watch that. He's got those big rock goblins. Noah? The Noah's Ark, the movie about Noah's Ark?
He did that?
Yeah, he did Noah with what's his name? Russell Crowe? Yeah.
What?
He did the thing at the Sphere. I went to the Sphere in Vegas and watched his world nature documentary thing.
I bet he loves the Sphere.
Oh, yeah. His first thing was Pi, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if it's the first one, but yeah, Pi then Requiem.
I did not like caught stealing at all.
It sucked, yeah.
I didn't realize that was even him. Okay, that does not look like a movie.
But Grub, at least we can rest assured that Google's AI is not capable of replicating the brilliance of any of the Chemco games.
No, of course, yes. That's Chemco's safe. That we
I was
do
so
know.
worried you're gonna do a fucking bundle of nerves joke there.
Oh, that's still yet to come, Mike.
No, that's Bakalar today with the internet situation. He's a bundle of nerves.
He shakes when he's talking to IT support. All right, let's see here. Obsidian isn't making Outer Worlds 3, but will work on more games in the Avowed universe despite, quote, disappointing sales. Obsidian Entertainment will not make the Outer Worlds 3, but plans to develop more games in the Avowed universe despite both the Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed reportedly underperforming financially. Obsidian head Fergus Urquhart implied that Grounded 2 was a success, but the other two games had disappointing results, leading the studio to focus on shorter development cycles, 3 to 4 years instead of 6+. While Obsidian is working on content for The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2, a sequel to Outer Worlds 2 is not planned. Avowed is set to be released on PlayStation 5 on February 17th, alongside anniversary updates for all platforms. Studio design director Josh Sawyer also noted that releasing 3 games in 1 year was not intentional and stretched the studio's resources. Yeah. Gotta say, I thought all of those games were pretty good from them last year. And I really like the Outer Worlds 2. I feel like Outer Worlds 2 is going to be one of those games that, like, maybe even like 6 months from now, you're going to hear people going back to it and be like, oh, why did we ignore this game? It's way better than we realized.
Yeah.
Most people just didn't play it.
I liked Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. I wish I had time to play more of them. I was pretty shocked at the indifference that the community that like loves the Fallout games and loves Elder Scrolls showed toward these. I'm like, you guys always go on about how New Vegas is the best one. These guys kind of made a new one of these, and everyone's like, it's not as good. I'm like, is it not really? And maybe there's something I'm not seeing. They're like, the writing's not as good. It seems pretty similar to the Fallout writing to me. I don't know if it's rose-colored glasses looking at the past or there's something there I'm just not quite seeing. But yeah, maybe it's just you need that Falloutness for people. There's something about that world specifically and Elder Scrolls as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, like, Avowed especially, I get it. Yeah, maybe the RPG stuff wasn't quite as deep, but it made up for it in other ways. The combat was much better. I think the art design was much better. The characters even, I think, are more interesting than your typical Elder Scrolls character.
And I thought the RPG stuff was pretty good. Like getting those character flaws and stuff like that is always fun. And then you have this very specialized weird character, and that shows up in the dialogue options pretty frequently, to the point where it felt like, I think I'm getting a pretty unique experience here. I'm playing my version of Outer Worlds 2. And yeah, I mean, right. I feel like I'm missing something, Mike, with the people that weren't vibing with it too hard, but there's no accounting for everyone's personal taste on some of that stuff. I do think, though, this game is due for a reckoning that's going to happen pretty soon, and people will be like, it is better than its reputation. But we'll see. Obsidian, though, feels like they probably, like, if this is what happened here, this is the time where it's like, hey, all that talk about we need someone working on Fallout. Maybe they do just go back to work on Fallout now, if they haven't already started.
That's
hard
the
to
most
say.
surprising thing with how much the Amazon show has taken off. And I mean, the most they've done with the games is kind of like, which Fallout game is like the survival one?
76.
76. The most they've done is just kind of like repackaged that and kind of show
Right.
everyone that game.
I mean,
again.
they put the ghoul in that game, right? So they are doing stuff like that. One's like that universe's Elder Scrolls Online, where it just continues off to the side, and there's actually quite a few people enjoying it. But it's not accomplishing like what that series, that franchise, that IP could accomplish if it had a new Fallout game or a relatively recent Fallout game. Fallout 4 does very well every time that second season came out. Fallout 4 did very well again.
Mhm.
So they're capturing some of that excitement, but they obviously want to make a new game, and Elder Scrolls 6 is going to take a very long time. So yeah, Obsidian should just get on that.
I know, like, the only thing that I guess stops that is if for some reason Bethesda still has enough like actual legal ability or just clout to be like, no, you can't do that. And I said Obsidian, I meant, Bethesda is like going to be like, no, you can't let Obsidian make that. We want to make that. We're still going to do that. You can't do that to us because of XYZ and the purchase contract agreement. I don't know. But it's at a certain point, it is shocking to me that you don't just have Obsidian make Fallout now. While, I mean, gosh, they're still working on freaking Starfield at Bethesda right now, technically, right? Like that,
Yep.
that they're developing that still. There's an expansion coming out and updates. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 going to take forever. Is there even, like, I guess there's probably some team there that is in a room thinking about Fallout 5, but that's a game coming out in the 30s. The 30s.
Oh, don't say that.
Stop.
Mike,
It is.
Oh, that's
No,
great.
stop.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
He's
see.
just like, I guess I'll shut up.
No one's ever told me that before. I guess I'll stop.
You scared the group. You scared the group. We'd never heard of a number like that. You just scared
Yeah.
the group. We weren't ready for it. It's not you, Mikey. It's the words.
wanna be a
I get it.
flammer.
Passive
But-
time is terrifying. Yeah.
Walton Goggins, if there's ever been any actor alive, that man is made to be in a video game, hamming it up.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of went the
I wanna see,
reverse
like,
way, but yeah.
I want to see like a PS2 Walton Goggins.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just feel like he would look good on PS2.
He's been acting a long time. Is there a possibility he's in a PS2 game?
Yeah, look at Walter.
I saw him in like I saw him in the Bourne movies fairly recently. He's like
Yeah?
barely
Oh,
in
really?
it.
He
but
is?
Yeah, and they made a
Okay.
360 Bourne game.
Was there? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 360 a little.
Because
yeah,
I was
too.
gonna say, has he been in a Bond? I could see him being in a Bond, but maybe I was thinking of
Yeah,
one of
but
the Bourne
PS2 was all
movies.
like original games, nothing based off of any of the movies. Then at that point,
All right, let's see here. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, Nioh 3 is going to be on PS5 only for consoles here when it launches, but it sounds like it's going to be on other devices as soon as August. According to the reporting, suggests that the game could appear on systems like Xbox Series X and S, but also Nintendo Switch 2 after August 6th. The game is PlayStation. It's also on PC though, as it's launching. I'm in the mood for this. I'm really hopeful this game is going to hit. But you know, I guess I didn't even realize it's PlayStation publishing this game. Is that why it's exclusive, at least for a little bit? Maybe they're not publishing it, but they definitely were like co-marketing the game. I didn't really realize the relationship was so close that it wasn't even launching on Xbox when it came out. I didn't like put that two and two together with this series. Are you guys ready to show up for Nioh 3 or what? Is this something that you're waiting on?
Here's the thing. Before, I know everyone actually has a history with Nioh, but my one association with the Nioh franchise is I think I read somewhere that team also helped make Stranger of Paradise, so I can't get that out of my head. So I hope there's a fedora in this game.
I've never touched it or seen it, and I'm going to start with 3 now that I'm Sekiro brained. So we might record a little video and put it up this week with Nioh. Maybe bring in a bit of a ringer to be with us on that.
Not a bad idea.
No, Jan, it's not you. I'm sorry.
I know it's not.
To answer your question, Grub, there is actually a Shield video game for PS2 that has Walter Goggins in it.
You just got the sense that I've seen that guy in
there you go.
We did it.
Polygon before.
Yeah,
All right.
I am
the most likable character, let me tell you.
Somebody never played any of the Neos. Again, yeah, I also played Stranger of Paradise, and so that's my point of comparison. But, you know, if there's something that's kind of like that, but more melee combat-y focus. At the end of Stranger of Paradise, I do remember mostly just using the Ultima spell if I can, and that's how I beat everything, right? So something a bit more honest, I suppose. You know, give me some parry slop, give me some dodge slop. I'll be a happy boy.
Sony has patented.
Oh, Walton, I'm sorry. I know it's not Walter. I know. I'm better than that, everyone. I'm sorry.
We appreciate your apology. He said Walter Goggins.
Walter Goggins. I know.
Walter Goggins. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sony has a patent for a touchscreen PlayStation controller. They began filing this way back in February 2023, but they just were able to. It was awarded to them recently. According to the diagram, it's a controller with a flat surface for a screen, and then you can customize like where the buttons go, what they're labeled, all kinds of stuff. I guess you can have one big win button or something like that. I don't know. Do you guys think we ever see this thing? This is like, it's certainly not the DualSense 2, right?
Maybe for like accessibility options, right? Like that's the first thing that pops up in my head, because I don't think I would use this myself. But I don't know. Maybe you want to map everything to like one side versus like everything being equal.
Right. This is not what the kids are asking for, right, Bakalar? Like if they wanted to use, I don't know. I'm just like, my kids aren't going to like suddenly play more video games because there's a touchscreen controller. It's like, even if they're used to a touchscreen on phone, they'll just play on the phone. They don't. That's not the thing that's stopping them from getting on console.
Yeah, I'm. This makes me a little nervous. I if it's for accessibility, that's great. People should have the option to,
They've not announced it whatsoever. So right now it's just a patent.
Sure.
I don't believe patents ever since I got burned by not getting the McDonald's ads. Where I have to yell McDonald's.
And that's probably exactly what this is. Just a patent, and will never be a true dream.
I was so excited for that.
Yes. Yeah.
I also don't think like, I guess there is a world where like this is cheaper to manufacture than, like a physical analog controller. But, it frightens me that like this could be a way where like we're just switching to touchscreen controllers now, folks.
Yeah, no one wants that. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So
I mean, but the tolerance for people to play with touch controls only, I think, has obviously has grown substantially. So that's, I guess, where my trepidation is coming from.
There is a Division Definitive Edition appearing on Xbox Store. So this is not a remaster collection of like, we're going to take the first Division and like really rework it. Instead, it's just kind of a collection of all the content in one package. So that's kind of just an update on that story where people are thinking like, the Division's going to get a big update before they go back to Division 3. No, that's not really the case there. Instead, it's just a collection. And then finally, Switch is officially Nintendo's best-selling console ever, overtaking DS. The Switch officially became Nintendo's best-selling console ever, surpassing the DS with 155.37 million units sold as of December 31st.
Ooh.
It is now second overall to the PlayStation 2, which, if you'll recall, hey, wasn't that at 155 million as well, or 156 million? It was. And then as the Switch got closer, Nintendo or Sony was like, oh, we found 5 more million that we sold. It's actually 160 million. That happened in like the last year. So now the Switch will have to get past 160 million if it's going to be the best-selling console of all time. I don't know, like, if it sells another 5 million to do that, but selling more than the DS is kind of crazy, all things considered, because the DS was still in a time when there wasn't like iPhones and tablets to give to kids, so everyone was getting these things, and then the world sort of changed pretty quickly after that, where it's like you don't really need a handheld for your kids unless they're asking for it. And now the Switch, by combining the handheld and the home console, was able to recreate that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. DS's too were usually not super expensive.
Yep.
Does that include the 3DS or is just the
No, that'd be
original
different.
DS?
Which I was
3DS
originally
was
surprised because I feel like I prefer the 3DS to the DS's library. I love both, but I think, Grub, what you said about like smartphones weren't a thing during most of the original DS's
that
run.
completely
So
changed things for the 3DS, which sold about
that makes
half
sense.
what the DS did.
Wow.
It was still huge. 3DS was still very successful.
I think it's a better library.
Yeah, but it's like 80 million units or something like that. Yeah.
How
I'm
many?
curious. I don't know where I would fall in that. Sorry, now I'm like, we need to do a DS 3DS debate at some point here.
We could build like one of those spreadsheet things that someone makes for us. Maybe Joy Z did it, where it's like we select like which game when they're going head to head for the DS.
Oh, the one that
3DS.
proved that N64 is better than the Super Nintendo, right?
That's right,
Yeah,
Dan.
that's
Yes.
good science. Yeah.
That's just good, clean science.
Yeah.
How many of those DSs that are in that gigantic total do you think were bought by the Seattle Mariners? So you could order stuff off of them.
3 to 4 million of
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Right.
Them in the Louvre were big, big purchasers.
All right. That does it for the headlines. Jan, the show's back over to you.
Folks, we're going to take a quick bricky break, and we will be back with emails and YouTube super chats if we got any. We'll see you right after this.
We got him. I got him, baby.
He's got it. These are the emails for the show. Emails. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send all of your emails to. You can write in about any and everything, and we'll try and read it on the show if we have enough time. Hey, special shouts out to all y'all for all the emails. We've actually, for shoot, have been getting a bunch of emails that is hard to narrow it down to include them onto the show. So thank you for writing in about any and everything and avoiding awkward social interactions by emailing us at bombcast@giantbomb.com. Grub, Dan, a lot of congrats and hell yes for the amazing charity stream from last Friday. Congrats.
Thanks,
everyone, once
everyone.
again.
Really proud. Proud of this community. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
I know that there's some crossover between ours and like the MinMax community, but like it's fucking great to see both communities collectively, individually show up and show out.
And shout out to MinMax and their community. Like, if you like Giant Bomb stuff, they are. I would say check them out. They are similar, scrappy, independent, big personalities, and know their shit. Like MinMax, like Hanson. I can't say enough how good that guy is at what he does.
They're also just as weird as we are. Just give them enough time.
Might be weirder in some aspects, yes.
Yeah. I also enjoy how there is continuity amongst all of the Giant Bomb shows in our email inbox because we have an update from someone that got a vasectomy that called in from the dump truck.
Oh, cool.
Hey, dudes, thanks for all the well wishes on the dump truck regarding my vasectomy. Since you all were discussing it, I got the no scalpel version. They numbed me with some spray, and I didn't feel a thing. Although I have definitely been sore after and can't lift more than 10 pounds for a week. I also got some special vasectomy underwear with a pouch that came with these very amusing ice packs I figured you'd get a kick out of. I attached the picture.
Oh, yeah, look at
that.
Grub, the fuck am I looking at?
What is
Nutsicles.
yeah, well, thank you, Minati. Nutsicles. It got me thinking, maybe you guys could sell ice packs yourselves. Perhaps one shaped with the bomb logo, or maybe one with y'all's faces. That way Dan can cure as many headaches as he causes. If you do make If you do make him get a vasectomy for a goal for the next bombathon, you better believe I'll be donating. Just let him know it won't hurt unless he sees the wrong doctor.
I stand behind this stretch goal. I'm
a big ice pack guy. I have like 20 different ice packs in a freezer upstairs for various causes. I frequently sleep with them on my face or on my head. I got a headache hat. I don't have any nutskulls. No, it's usually knees, ankles.
I would recreationally use a nutsicle. I think with
especially with Dan's face on it. With Dan's face on it, that'd be
thanks.
Don't put my face in her nuts. No.
Well, we'd sell them in the store. I thought that was the idea that
you just manifested HR out of the ether, Bakalar.
What's that?
Oh, there's money in it. Let's do it.
We're gonna sell these, Dan. It's not for recreation. We're gonna sell
people can put my face on their nuts for money, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Your balls get cold, Jeff?
No.
This would make them cold.
These will make them cold. They get hot.
You get
Oh,
sloppy
okay.
down there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nutsicles, of course.
Yeah. No,
Makes more
listen.
sense.
If my balls got cold, I'd call Dr. Minotti. Be like, sir, please help me.
Nutsicles, of course. Yes.
Would your business freeze in there though? Because there's stuff sloshing around in there, liquid adjacent things. Would it?
Your body
freeze?
runs at 98.6 degrees, and the reason that those are outside your body, so they could be a little bit cooler, which is good for you, but they're not going to freeze.
Yeah, they could.
The warm blood is running through. Yeah, I mean, not from this thing though, not from a nutsicle.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah, you should be scared of it.
It depends on what temperature you're doing it at. Like, yeah,
totally.
All right, moving on. Kevin from Tennessee
I was so
writes in-
curious. I was like, in my mind, I was like doing a total bet. Is Jan going to contribute or move on? I'm betting on move on.
Well, I was going to say that I don't think either of our faces are like the right shape to cool off a pair of testicles properly.
This nutsicles pack does kind of have Dan's beard on it too.
it does. It is shaped a little bit like his beard. Yeah.
Just put some glasses and eyeballs on that nutsack, and it's me.
Honestly.
Okay. Kevin from Tennessee writes in, sometime last year, Dan talked about Picross and got me to try it. I fell in love with it and also led me to Sudoku puzzles. Recently, I was looking for something new that scratched that same itch and came across Kakuro, which is basically Sudoku mixed with crosswords. I've become addicted. There's an excellent version for the Switch titled Puzzles by Nicoli S. Kakuro. Has anyone on the podcast tried it? What are some other games that are in the same vein as Picross? Love, Kevin from Tennessee, sent from my future iPhone.
Puzzles by David S. Kakuro.
I'm looking at Kakuro here. Oh, it's like spiky Sudoku.
Spiky Sudoku.
Yeah.
It's got like spikes on it. If you look at it, it's
Well,
like triangles.
I don't really. I'm not seeing triangles in the one I'm looking at.
How do you spell Kakuro?
Kakuro, I think.
Yeah.
It's also not David S. Kakuro. It's Nikolai.
Okay. Well, I was asking, and I needed that help. Thank you.
Huh, that looks interesting.
Kind of see something. Yeah.
I wonder where the crossword element comes in.
It's grids. It's tiles.
I'm buying it for Switch right now. How much is it? Well, hang on. Let me see what the price is. If it's under $10, it's $5. I'm getting it.
Developed by Chemco. What?
Yeah, I've seen stuff like this. I've seen this. It's interesting.
I'll try this.
I like puzzles.
We'll report back.
Anything else in the vein of this or a Picross that you would recommend?
I do Puzzmo every day. I have a Puzzmo subscription, and this is just a website, Puzzmo.com, I think it is, and they have all kinds of different word games and brain teasers, and they have a different crossword every day, and it's a little bit more playful than the New York Times crossword, and you don't have to feel bad about giving money to the New York Times when they do their latest, dumbest shit they've ever done, which is constant at this point. So yeah, Puzzmo is my recommendation. I just play it on my tablet pretty much every day.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, Puzzmo's cool. Good endorsement. I play a game that is not what the emailer is asking for, and I'm still going to suggest it.
Okay.
It's Rattle. Have you guys heard of Rattle?
Rattle.
Yeah, Raddle. Rattle.
So like a word is it like a Wordle? Is that what I should be taking away from that?
It's
is it a boggle?
So go to rattle.quest, and it's basically a word sort of game where you're given I want to say like 10 clues, but you don't know which word is you don't know which word is the right answer for which clue. So you are not only trying to solve the riddles for what word to enter, you also don't know which clue it sort of links up to, and part of the so that it's a bit of multi-dimensional sort of gameplay there. You do get hints of like, oh, the next answer has 4 letters, or it's 2 words, or it's this many letters. You always know how many words and letters the next word has to be, but you don't know which clue is the matching is matching. So you're basically kind of like juggling those 2 things at once.
What's the logic to the order of them? Is it ascending difficulty, or I'm looking at the
difficult. It gets easier the more you go, right? Because it's inverted, right? Because at first you have 12 possible clues that you're answering.
That makes sense.
And then the further you go down, you can get through it through a bit of process of elimination, but you're still meaning to guess which word is the answer. Now, some of them are just like hints in the same vein of a crossword. Some of them are like word and letter swapping games like that. You kind of have to figure that out. Oh, wait, chat just said you can flip the ladder if you get stuck. Is that real? Wait,
holy
what?
smokes. The rattle.
Oh my God, you can.
The rattle meta is in shambles.
So you can start from the top down or the bottom up. Holy shit.
I beat it.
What an asshole I feel like.
Wow,
so,
that's
and there's
fun.
a new one every day. There's a new one every day.
It seems great.
That is really fun. I like that.
Rattle's dope.
Rattle. All
Down
right.
means south. S to M is mouth. Contains the tongue. Is on a shoe. Contains
Come
the
on,
soul.
I haven't
Sounds
done
like
all of
soul
them
and
yet.
heart.
Well, what is
heart.
this bullshit?
You didn't have to
Yeah, we
read
know.
out. You don't
What
have
are
to
you?
read it at
Just
all
coming
out.
over, kicking our sandcastles, you son of a bitch. What is that?
I thought we all got different ones.
No, this is the
All
tutorial.
got-
The tutorial.
all got
this game sucks, you're
different
right.
Ones. What do you mean all got different
That's the whole point of the
ones?
Wordle is you get the same one.
Dude, we were all doing the New York Times
Wait, that's not
mini.
even today's rattle. That was the tutorial.
I
Today's
know.
rattle is fresh. It's unsullied. Go to
You better
town.
not ruin that one.
It's from ground to hog. Is today's. I won't say it, mum.
He's like, you ever see this illusion? Here's how it works. It's like, what? Come on, man.
Magic's greatest secrets revealed was me.
Yeah, you're that guy.
The man in the
Current
mask.
reference. Yeah.
Oh man, I thought that guy was
You
cool.
didn't see the beard sticking out? Of course it was.
all right. Moving along with emails. I forget who wrote this one in. They merely write in Paul Giamatti as Wario, and they end the email with "fuck ice."
Oh yeah.
None of this is wrong.
Paul
Yeah.
Giamatti.
I-
as
No, I think
Wario?
Paul Giamatti as Wario is a fucking insult to Paul Giamatti, I feel like.
No, he would have so much fun with that. Do you remember what he said
Yeah.
about like wanting to be a monkey in that Planet of the Apes thing? And he said if it
He's
didn't make him
so
a monkey, he would
sincere.
show up and kill everyone.
Yeah. He rules.
Really? He said
I love
that?
Paul Giamatti.
Well,
He said because he was early in his career and his agent was like, listen, you want this movie, but you need to be a human because like you need to show your face. And he said, if I'm not a fucking monkey in this movie, I will show up and burn the entire set down. I will kill everyone.
Where's he been? What's he doing? I haven't
He's
seen
in
him
Star
in
Trek.
anything.
He's in Star Trek right now. He's another thing. He always wanted to be in Star Trek. He's in that
Cool.
Starfleet Academy show I can't bring myself to watch.
He was
He was on that Billions show for like 100
Oh, yeah, I
seasons or
remember that.
whatever.
That was-
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember
he
that.
was nominated for a bunch of stuff for a movie like
Holdovers.
last year.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, oh yeah, Holdovers was great. Yeah, he's a Cleveland adopted son after doing
American Splendor.
American Splendor. Yeah, he played.
Oh,
the
right,
character from
Harvey
Cleveland in that.
Picar, yeah.
Harvey Picar. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's
I-
John Adams. Yeah.
think
Yeah.
he'd be better as Wart than Wario.
Oh, God.
Well, he'd be
that'd
really
fucked
good
up.
But he
Yeah.
would have a lot of fun. He could do Wario. He absolutely could.
Sideways, good movie as well. All right, Travis and Fargo always writes in, has 5 questions. I just choose one of them. This week I chose, if you had to write a book in 1 month and it couldn't just be some dumb children's picture book, what would you write?
Oh,
Done it, and it was about an alligator that joins the Air Force.
Okay.
That's my answer as well.
There you go.
Oh man, I don't know. I was always like very heavily influenced by all those like George Carlin books that came out in the, I guess it was like 90s, early 2000s, where it was just like a series of essays complaining about stuff, and I feel like that would kind of just flow out of me in a very organic way.
It's like Dave Barry. Do you know Dave Barry? He did a bunch of those. My dad always had so many Dave Barry comedy books growing up, and it was all just like wacky stuff like that. Man,
Yeah,
yeah. Look
I
up
would just
Dave
have to-
Barry Talks Back and look at the cover of that. I just want to remake that cover.
Yeah, I would just have to like draw from a personal experience for everything, right? Like So I would try and do my best George Carlin sort of style of that.
I would write a book of quotes that are falsely attributed.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
could have a lot of fun with that. I've thought about it for a while. The history of Silicon Graphics from like the time Jurassic Park comes out to like the N64 and how they got that deal, and there was a bidding war, and they were maybe going to work with Sega, and Tom Kalinske really wanted to work with them, and Sega Japan was like, yeah, we'll do that, and then kind of pulled the rug out from underneath them, and they ended up making the N64 instead. I think there's a cool history that's been untold there.
A lot of research there. I'm into it.
I've read a lot of interviews already. It's like, okay, I could talk to like these 15 people and probably have a book in no time, but I guess that would be the first half of the month, and then writing it would be the second half of the month.
All right, Bombathon 2026 stretch goals. Everyone's
Cool.
writing
Yeah,
a book.
that's why I need more demands on my time.
Yeah,
That'd be
right.
funny. We all have to write a book.
Oh, we're on the hook for books now?
Yeah. Oh, gross.
What about you, Minotti?
Oh, self-help would be
Say it!
easy. I think I'll just be like, oh, you should all stop worrying so much.
Stop drinking water and sleeping.
Stop drinking water. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mike Minotti way. Have you thought about just going to Disney World?
Wait a minute. Your book is about telling people who are anxious to stop worrying?
Oh, yeah, this would be good. Oh, this is a terrible thing.
Buck up and be a man,
I said it had to
says
be
Mike
fast,
Minotti.
right? It had to be really easy, right? I had
Well-
to do it soon.
It's funny we talk about the Mike Minotti method because Valerie from Denver, Colorado wrote in, Hiya, Bombers. This one is for Mikey. Mike, we do not negotiate with terrorists. You are not a lesser person for waking up at noon. Some people have later sleep schedules, and there's nothing wrong with that. If we all woke up at the same time every day, emergency rooms would be shut down overnight. Don't let these fun-hating fuddy-duddies tell you what you can and can't do. You're the bad boy of games media. Act like it. Lots of love for all of you, even if you all are a bunch of sun-worshipping daytime dorks.
Now,
XOXO.
let's not kid ourselves here. It's not just waking up at noon. That's the weird part here. It's not just that.
Fuck the sun.
It's
Fuck the
the
sun.
insane schedule. It's the insane, like, 4-hour naps, right? That start at like 5 p.m. Like, it's not just waking up at noon, right, Mike?
No, let him cook. Keep going. Keep going, Dan. Let's hear it.
Oh, the naps lately have been a little bad, but like there's been a little, yeah. But I've not been sleeping great lately. We're very tired in the middle of the
I
day.
you said that.
I'm still mostly on Mike's side about this. Mike, what time do you take the naps?
After work, so like at
It's like 6 p.m. Like
6
sunset, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's like a totally normal time to get sleepy. And there used to be a bifurcated sleep where people would sleep for 4 to 7 hours, get up in the middle of the night,
There we go.
do a lot of productive stuff, and then go back to bed at like 7 and sleep until like 2 p.m. This is a well-documented normal sleep schedule.
Sure.
I think he's just like got demands that keeps him from doing what he would naturally fall into otherwise. And so it looks a little bit strange compared to that.
Let's try and understand it though, because I'm more of just an educational outsider here. I'm just trying to understand the way this guy ticks. How many waking hours would you say you have in a day?
Let me think. I don't know. I'll probably sleep for 9 hours. So what's 24 minus 9?
15.
15, maybe 15 waking hours a day.
And that includes the nap?
No, that would be
Okay,
a
so
sleep.
you've not answered the question.
I've done 7 hours for night, and then like maybe I'm napping an hour or two. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm sleeping for 9 hours.
Okay, seriously for 9, which is above average, I'd say, but okay, not
above
crazy,
average.
not crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like in the past you've said though that like it's like sometimes 3 or 4 hour naps in the evening.
I mean, that's pretty extreme. Yeah, for sure. That's that's a special weekend treat, maybe lately. yeah. I mean, winter always gets worse with the naps though.
Yeah,
it's
you're a
just
bear.
like I'm a little bit of a teddy. Yeah, exactly. I need to hibernate, and it's cold, and
Buddy.
it's just kind of, I don't know, seasonal depression or something. I don't know what it is.
You're the most snuggable, that's for sure.
I do not get 7 hours of sleep when I'm like go to bed at night and then have to get up. Like that's not happening for me. So I'm envious.
I'd say I get 8 to 9 a night.
I would love that. I gotta get up early, get those kids to school, and it just gets in the way of everything.
I got like 9 last night. That feels good.
Last night was bad. I did not fall asleep till 6 a.m. I tried. I just could not fall.
Jesus.
So it was rough. It was rough. I was
Oofa,
like, and then of course it gets to the point where you're just now every 10 minutes recalculating how much sleep am I going to get if I can manage to fall asleep now, knowing that you won't. And so then it was a rough night, but I got there eventually. I got a little sleep, so here I am. See, I've been pleasant. I haven't been mean or testy.
Give it time.
You're the best.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a hero.
Thank you for controlling all of the rage bubbling underneath you, Mike. It's really admirable.
And that's the book he's writing.
Yeah.
There you go. Get screens out of the bedroom. See, I do get that. I bet it works, but I don't know. I have a lot of memories of being a kid and just kind of laying in bed for hours and just it being miserable and not able to fall asleep. At least now I do things and I'm not able to fall asleep. So I don't know. I've never been
working against you though, as far as falling asleep. You know,
I've never been a good sleeper. My mom said too. I just have always struggled getting to sleep.
It's just reason 480 of why Mike should start doing drugs. You know, I think.
No, weed sleep does not work for me.
Really?
It's the complete opposite. Because I will just be in my head, just a million thoughts bouncing around like crazy.
Maybe you might just have to lower your dosage there. But I understand. I understand.
Weed and anxiety sometimes don't work well together.
Next email comes from Chris in Colorado. Hey, bros. I'm not a wrestling fan, but the 2001 Royal Rumble showed up in my YouTube recommendations, and I watched it. It's a truly incredible match, with Kane surviving over 50 minutes and eliminating 11 people. The Rock coming back from being dropped on the announcer's table, and Stone Cold, face dripping blood, finally winning. While I recognize those guys, plus a few other famous wrestlers, most people I'd never heard of. Can Dan please give a one-sentence description of them and whether or not fans like them? Dan,
I can't promise one sentence, but yes, I'll give you the quick rundown.
I'll name the wrestler, and then you give the sentence, okay?
Okay.
Perry Saturn.
The lesser of the radicals, but still had some cool, had a great elbow drop, crazy tattoos, and fell in love with a mop.
Perry the Lesser is what they called him. Yes.
The Good Father.
So that was the Godfather, who was a pimp and also a voodoo guy and a UFC fighter. And then eventually, while he was a pimp, a group called the Right to Censor, who was a play on the Parents Television Council at the time. And they wanted to censor all the sex and violence and cursing on whatever. So the Godfather became the Good Father, and suddenly he hated pimping hoes, and Val Venus hated pornography. So, yes.
So they turn their lives around.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Please also note if any of these people have moved on.
Both are alive.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Perry Saturn might live near me.
Okay. All right.
Unfortunately, I think the next one is the only one that is passed. Test.
Oh,
Yes.
he's definitely dead.
Test's character he was a bodyguard for Motley Crue, who was huge, had a great look, great elbow, great big boot. And so they wanted him to be a big, big star. And so they said, we're going to do a storyline where you marry Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon's daughter. And then you're going to have a big feud with Triple H, big star, big heel. So, but I don't think Triple H liked him too much. So it buried him pretty hard. And then,
wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Everything's coming back to me. I can't believe you remember all of this stuff that you choose to remember. It's amazing.
It's not a conscious thing. It's just my brain refuses to remember anything that's not this or video games.
Yeah, it's also reassuring that your brain can do it. I think it's just it's awesome.
Very narrow focuses. Yes.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the testicles out there.
Wasn't his theme song just like
test? This is a test.
Yeah.
This is a test.
It's bad. I hated it.
Stupid, yeah.
Yep.
Stacy Keebler was his valet for a hot second.
Yep. I remember. Wow.
In TNA, it was Test and Albert, managed by Trish Stratus.
Yes.
It was TNA was the tag team. Yes.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Test and Albert.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's their initials.
Got it. I get it now.
Two more, Dan. K Quick.
So K Quick is Ron Killings, also known as R-Truth. He is timeless. He has been a tremendous performer since the 90s. Great in the ring, great comedy performer. Maybe underappreciated in a lot of ways, but is one of the most beloved guys backstage. No one has anything bad to say about R-Truth. He's awesome.
I don't understand how that guy is like 50 plus and he looks the way he does. Let alone
It's just
moves.
genuinely hilarious. Like
Yeah.
outside of the realm of television and playing a character, he's just nonstop entertainment.
And last on the list, Scotty Too Hottie.
Scott
Naughty
Taylor.
too hottie. Woo!
It was Scotty Too Hottie. He was in the tag team Too Cool or Too Much before that, who were a couple of dancing goobers who teamed up with Rikishi, who was a man with a large ass that put people's faces in his ass. Called the stink face was his move, and they would dance and put on sunglasses at the end of their things. Scotty, in particular, was known for his signature hairstyle that stuck up out of his bucket hat, and he would do the worm. He would do a big little hop around on one foot, and people would go WORM. He would do the worm, and then he would do a stupid chop thing on you.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Chris finishes
Very
off
good.
the email by saying thanks. Fuck ice. Trans rights. Smoke weed every day. Thank you, Chris in Colorado. Last email for the show. And once again, thank you, everyone, for writing in emails. I have a bunch here that we don't have the time to read out. But this one comes from Mike in Portland. Hey, fellas. I got a bone to pick with Bakalar. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, or has this been asked before, but why are you so against being bald? Dan and Mike seem to be all for it in some regard, and as a fellow bald man myself, I can't tell you how freeing it is to be bald. I no longer have to worry about doing my hair in the morning. I no longer have to worry about getting hat hair if I do wear a hat, or just overall feel better about my appearance. Is it because you just miss having luscious hair like Jan and Grub? Or are you just against bald people? With love, Mike from Portland.
Self-loathing
Mike.
bald.
Thanks for your email, Mike.
For the record, I don't worry about doing my hair.
Okay.
I do.
Just want that out there. I want that out there.
Listen.
I know that
you know,
Bakalar's
look-
going to cook whenever he starts a sentence with "listen."
So I just think like is the question why I'm not against bald people. I'm against myself being bald because it's terrible. I hate how I look bald. I don't like it. I think every time I don't wear a hat, I look 79 years old.
Have you considered
That's
growing
why.
a giant beard?
Yes, I'm not sure that's going to help considering my beard is also rapidly graying. And if I shave my beard,
That's what Just for Men that I could give you might match you better than mine.
I think if I shave my beard, I will look. I'm just not. It ain't gonna
Don't
look
shave
right.
the beard. Don't shave the beard. Yeah.
No, I know.
Look,
Even though it's gray now, and for the most part, I also like that's how I feel. I can't help you understand what my position is on being bald, emailer. I just think you have to allow me to be upset with the fact that I've got no hair. I also take umbrage with your analysis about it being less work. I would argue it's more work. There's more maintenance. You got to worry about it being like always fucking shaved the right way.
right.
And
It's not like we
easier
went
to-
bald and now the hair all stopped. Like there's still
Yeah.
patches coming in. Now we're constantly dealing with these patches and it
Wait,
gets
you guys just
everywhere.
get one of those pit bull shaver like twice a week in the shower? You just run a
No.
pit bull over there. It
I
takes 2
can't-
seconds.
I can't do that. My skin is gross. Everything
Yeah.
about my head is gross. I can't get away with it, Dan. You're in a much better situation than I am with the.
What do
with the
you
head.
do?
I use clippers. I can't.
Me
If
too.
I shave it to the if I bick it, I'll like break out. My
I know
skin is
bick it.
too. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you use that pit bull thing where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it really. Yeah, I can't. If I do that, I also look a little
Yeah.
weird.
I
just can't
don't
do
like
it.
doing it. I don't like doing it down to the nub. I have the lowest setting. I still have like a little bit. I don't know.
But even the nub down to the nub is more maintenance also because you got to keep that going, right?
I
The
keep it
second that starts to
going.
grow in.
Ingrown hairs can become a problem
Yeah.
depending on your scalp. I get it back. Well, look, I think you look completely fine bald. The hat looks good. I think you looked much better with hair than Dan or I ever did. So I understand why you're upset.
Yeah,
You
I think
actually
that-
lost something. Yes.
Yeah, I lost something that was taken from me. Something was taken from me, and it was hair. And look, I never had the thickest hair. I never had the fullest hair. But God damn it, what I had,
That's nice.
I liked. And it sucks, but so that's why I'm not against being bald. I'm personally upset that I am
you
bald.
you do not enjoy you being bald.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have no
You've
problem
never seen
with
another bald man
people.
and been like, "How dare you? I hate looking at you." You don't care. Yeah.
And I also don't like. I don't have this sort of like camaraderie with other bald people. I'm not like, we're in the same club. It's like, no, I don't want to be in your club.
Now this is a you problem.
Again, these are all me problems.
Isn't there
It's
a
all
hair club
me.
for men?
Yeah,
Apparently.
specifically.
And guess what they have? Hair.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I had long, luscious hair at some point, so I did lose that. I just posted a link in the chat.
Yeah, I
there.
remember.
It was,
Yeah,
it was long.
wow.
It was luxurious. Yes, look at that.
You know,
Just beautiful.
I never
You,
did anything
look
with
like a
my
criminal,
hair.
Dan. Like, it's,
Well, I mean, to be fair, I was probably breaking the law in that picture because I am pretending to work at the bar and carding everyone as a
I
prank.
was gonna ask, like, I don't remember you working at a bar, Dan.
No, I did not. I just pulled up a stool, and everybody that came in, I was like, ID, and I would spend way too long looking back and forth at the ID in them until the bar kicked me out.
I mean, the last line in this unhinged email, is it because you just miss having luscious hair? You are telling me to my face why I'm upset about being bald.
It's not a big mystery, everyone.
You just did it, Mike.
You're poking the bear.
You're poking the bear. You're smacking the beehive with a baseball bat, and that's what's happening. It's okay.
He's already worked up because of the internet. Come on.
Mike, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. This is
Mike, you
just
have 2 places that'll give you fiber. Sorry, I'm still looking at that map. I'm not going to dox you, but
no, not Mike Minotti. Mike from Portland. I'm not mad at you, Mike from Portland. I can
you're
never get
never
mad at
mad
Mike
at me.
Minotti, obviously. Come on, obviously. No, it's so that's the story. It sucks. I wish I had hair. I don't. You know, I look at Dib and I'm like, brother, you got maybe 20 years if you're lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Not even. I'm sorry, maybe 10 to 15 if you're lucky. Your uncle, hold that thought, Mike. Your uncle, Johnny B went bald at 19, you guys.
Wow.
I basically doubled his ass up, which is insane, which I had no right to do whatsoever. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. I was holding on to those last fibers with the jaws of life for fucking. I mean, it was bad news for 37,
a real
38.
closing out party there for a long time. Yeah.
Let's say what it was out loud, folks. It was pathetic. It was just pathetic. Okay. But yeah, I miss it, so that's why. I hope this answer satisfied the question. Thank you, Mike from Portland.
I see a lot of people saying that, hair comes from your mother's side, so maybe Dib has a chance. I don't know if that is
That's
still
all
completely
bullshit.
true. Okay.
Yeah, it's not real. It's
It's all total bullshit. They say his maternal
genetic.
grandfather did not happen. No.
Okay, because
it's
like,
genetic, so it's just like any other genetic thing. It's
Yes.
both sides. Yeah.
all right. 'Cause
And in
my-
that category, he's got 0%.
Oh.
Like, there's just no chance. It would be.
I don't know any bald men in my family. on
Okay,
either
well,
side.
no one asked that. We were.
Yeah, I
happy
could have
for
just kept
you.
that
We're
inside. That should
Yeah,
have
you
been an
could've kept-
inside thought.
yeah, that's a thought in the mind, not for the pod.
My
maybe.
bad. You're right.
I was about to say, like, yeah, my hair texture's too thick. It's not like my mom's at all.
Yeah.
That's how you know, like, we really can't figure out the baldness thing. Because like every other like male issue is so disproportionately
Yes,
addressed in our society, right? Like that's the true mystery box that we cannot figure out.
They figured out wiener stuff before they figured that out, which I
don't
guess that
think they
makes sense,
did.
but-
I don't think they
Well,
did.
but compare, like you've never known a world without Viagra. There was a time before where that was like a deep concern for men of a certain age. So yeah, then they like never really. I guess recently the hair stuff has gotten quite a bit better. But I don't know. I don't know compared to what. Yeah, I guess that's one side, but apparently the chemical stuff is also better. The medicine stuff is also better. I don't know.
I expect there's a chance in my lifetime where it will be super easy, where maybe the price of whatever comes down. You don't have to go to Turkey, whatever it is, and I'll do it. And if there's some like easy to go thing, I will absolutely do it because that's what I want. Dan, it sounds like you're about to say like I love being bald, and that's
No,
great.
bug people on Instagram because I got that offer from that place in Turkey that was going to fly me out and all that. They'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Even though I guess it would be a bit of the motherland trip for me because I have Turkish blood in my family.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. I would do something else. I would do something else. I just don't want to get cut. You know what I mean? Surgery.
Cut me, man. You gotta cut me.
You know?
I think you got to do like follow-up appointments, right? So it's like you got to go back there with the hair kind of looking a little. And I don't know. I don't know. A lot of the guys I see on those flights to Turkey, though, that'll end up on social media. They aren't wearing hats, and my guess would be like you can't wear a hat just because it's going to mess up the things growing in.
Which would
so.
completely undo my entire
your whole vibe. Yeah,
and I was always a hat guy, even when I had hair. I was always a big hat guy. So
yeah. So you don't subscribe to it? Because I know some people who are like, the hat's what did it. It's wearing hats that makes you go bald,
No.
which seems like a big, weird, stupid conspiracy to me.
yeah, I mean that to me. That's just like, oh,
I was not a
did you
hat
walk
guy.
under a ladder. That's why you're bald. Like,
Yeah. I am glad I started going bald. I'm glad I went bald early because I have had plenty of time to accept it. Like, I posted a picture of 2015 with me and Jeff at E3 at the Star Wars.
you look weird
Battlefront
with
bit.
hair now.
Yeah.
When I look
Yeah.
at you with
Where
hair,
is
you look
that?
weird.
I want to see it.
I put it in chat here. I'll put it in our chat here right now, and it's already going. I'm already combing it over like up ways
I see it.
to cover the bald spot. So yeah, I've had a long time to come to terms with it.
Dan, every picture you post is just telling a different story of something.
Look, college was a lot of studying. What can I say?
Fantastic, fantastic. Oh, that does look like a completely different person, Mike Minotti.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me for. I feel like I didn't even wear my hair that long. For most of my life with hair, it was just unkempt. I did nothing with it. I didn't deserve hair, so I kind of also accepted it.
Oh, what does
Mike,
that mean? You
don't
didn't
say that.
deserve it.
I was
What does that
terrible
mean?
because it was thick and it was luscious, and I did nothing with it. It was just a mop on my head. I could not be bothered. I did not care. So yeah, I understood why the universe took it away from me.
All right. Okay.
Chuck sharing this picture of Bakalar at the end is mean, Chuck. It's just mean.
I'm sorry. What are we doing, Chuck?
In our crew talk here in the chat here, Chuck's got a picture like zoomed in of like kind of when it starts to
Man,
thin.
that
You
is
know-
mean.
You know what, Chuck? I'm glad I did.
He deleted it. He deleted
I'm
it. That's
I'm
rough.
glad I didn't give you any credit for helping me with the internet earlier because I would have
That's
fucking
rough.
taken it back with that. Oh my lord.
Oh my God, I'm looking at 2014 pictures and my hair is so thin. When was the last time I
you
have a
ever
picture
have
where
hair?
I mean, in high school I did. God, my hair was rough. I had nose shot. Oh, I don't.
Did you say nose job or
I
no
heard
shot?
nose
No
job.
shot. Look,
Okay.
I'm going to show
Okay,
you. Okay, I want to show you all this picture from 2011. I am
Where is this?
That's 15 years ago.
15 years ago, so I am in my mid 20s. I'm gonna grow this baby up. Mid 20s is where I am in this picture, and it is really bad. 1 second, it's in front of the
But you
Bioshock Infinite thing. Okay,
I'm
get
assuming
ready.
you had the awareness though, right? Like, did you you had the awareness? Yeah.
I kind of did. This was before I started combing it upwards, at least. Here you go, Chad.
Buddy.
Dan, you look like
mid 20s.
Kansas's answer to Florida man in these pictures. Like
Yeah.
you're just
Kansas man.
Kansas man.
Yeah, look, I understand. Look, in the moment,
wow,
Minotti, and
Mike.
for people who are just listening to the podcast, Minotti's just posting, he's just self-reporting the fact that it was never good.
Mike, can we
Giant
put
Kingdom
these
Hearts
pictures?
shirt.
Can we put these pictures into the description?
Oh,
So
sure.
people can see. Can they look along? All right.
You
Okay.
know, look, it happens, man. I get it. When your
Man.
hair thins, it's just that it all kind of just,
Yeah, even the year before this picture of me with some guy that Dan might recognize. The hair looks a bit better. This is what my hair looked like most of my life. In this picture of me and Chris Jericho, then it went downhill after that in 2010.
Okay. Do you guys ever do any like fun hairstyles when you had it?
No, I didn't do anything.
I bleached my hair once. It looked orange. It was weird.
I cut Jeff's
Yeah,
hair
I
off
used
the
to
one
do some.
time.
I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah. I had a really long rat tail for a hot minute.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. That sounds
awesome.
right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they got to bring that back, the rat tail.
Some people
I mean,
are. Some
talk to
people
Dib.
are.
No, you know what? We are having the conversation with Dib about the mullet.
Oh, you're having the talk.
Is it
Yeah,
too much?
no, look, I like it. I don't know. I
It's
just want
supposed
him,
to be a phase, kid. Get over
I know-
it.
right? Like this is this has gone from phase to a lifestyle. So we're seeing what happens here. We'll see.
I did want to try and get a perm one time, but I couldn't take the phase of my hair growing out. Anyway.
My dad did that once. It was weird. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see photos of Paul with a perm.
Yeah.
I picked my hair out before that time I was on Attack of the Show when I was talking to Olivia Munn, and then she commented on my hair. So that.
Right.
I specifically picked it out and made it as big as I possibly could, and it took up the whole.
How many
camera frame.
Attack of the Shows did you do?
I just I was on there just as like a caller, like a audience member. That was once. Yeah, I wasn't like
cool.
you with actually showing up as CNET man.
Oh my God, they're like CNET man, Jeff Bakalar.
All right. That does it for emails. Bombcast at giantbomb.com is the email address. Send your emails to Mr. Minotti. Hit me with some YouTube super chats, please.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody. From Big Fresh 37, there's a Carmageddon roguelite out this week? ? Like actual Carmageddon branded?
Oh.
I think so. Yeah, I keep seeing that. I don't
What the
know.
hell? Okay. I have to look into
Interesting.
that. Antonio Morales says, just got chewed out by my boss's boss. How's your Tuesday going? I also received my copy of Virtuoso, so I'm just a bundle of nerves.
He sang the song.
Ness.
That was good.
Yeah. I haven't had a job in a while where like somebody would chew me out sometimes. I'm grateful for that. I've always really hated that. I get very nervous and then I get indignant and I get way too emotional about getting chewed out.
I loved it because it's like, oh, wonderful. An opportunity to talk about this list of problems I have with the way you're doing your job. And we'd just be like, here's why everything sucks. Bang, bang, bang. And they'd always come out of that with like, we can't ever chew him out again. It was, yeah, I was so shit about that stuff. Yeah, I was like, no, listen, you don't bother me, I don't bother you. But if you're going to have a problem with what I'm doing, here's all of the ways this store is the worst. And yeah, a lot of fun.
Kamikaze Lemming says, a few months back while listening to the Bombcast, I thought to myself, Bakalar is so cool. I wish he was my dad. 2 questions. What is wrong with me? Should I consider seeing a therapist? Bakalar's a cool dad. I get it. He's got pinball machines in his home. How cool is that? He's making dragons for his son, right? He's very supportive at local sporting events. I mean, come on. He's a great
Mike,
dad.
are you trying to get adopted right now? Is that what's happening?
Oh, he wishes. He would. Oh, Bakalar would adopt me so fast.
I'd just be like, Dim, you're sleeping outside, but
You're number 2.
Move on over. I don't know how to take that. I'll take it as a compliment. I'll choose to take it as a compliment. I'm curious how old Chatter is. That'd be weird if we were similar in age, but we don't have to pick that. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Sluiskrad says, here's some breaking ? News. The director of the new Resident Evil 9 live action promo is reportedly Rich Lee, director of Amazon's hit film War of the Worlds.
Stop it.
Yes.
I think about that War of the Worlds movie constantly. It's like the most fun I've had watching a movie in a long time.
I think if I had not gone to Minneapolis, I would have watched that Chris Pratt sit in a room
AI movie.
Zoom call AI movie by now. Apparently, that's even worse corporate propaganda than War of the Worlds was.
Or is it for Amazon again?
It's Amazon made it. It's for AI. It's like they're like, and like, you know, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't speak to it. But people are saying,
is the moral of the movie not that AI is bad?
Apparently, it's that it's good.
Rebecca Ferguson, I hope you got paid.
I hope she got paid major moolah for that.
Yes.
Please.
Oh yeah.
Incredible. All right. Rio Raku says, just had a Phoenix Down moment and realized Mike is the bad boy of games media because he's Minotti, like naughty. I don't know if that's why you call me that, Jan.
No, not at all.
It's clearly just your behavior. Yeah,
because I'm so despicable.
Badasses cultivate reputations. I mean,
He's a loose
incorrigible.
cannon. Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't know this, but he's beat all of us up before.
Yeah, he hurts me.
Yeah.
Actually, he is the one out of this group that has assaulted me the most.
That's true. Yeah.
That is true.
That's true.
What's that self-defense?
No, you watch the footage. No, I am literally just playing with marbles, and he attacks me.
In my mind,
just played with marbles.
In my mind, if I was in that Grimace suit for another 10 minutes longer than I had to, I would not have walked out of there. So yes, it was self-defense.
You'd be handcuffed in the Grimace suit if you
Even I'm impressed with how fast I move in that clip when I go at you.
So fast.
Fucking terrifying. Oh yeah, Grub shot me in the face, so maybe he's done it the most.
Because I was asking, I was like, are you discounting that because it wasn't like like actual physical contact?
No, I guess Grub did cause the most physical
I didn't
pain
use
to
a
me.
weapon. Yeah.
But Grub also did protect me from getting murdered, so I think it cancels itself out.
Maybe not fully,
Minotti's
but
never
close.
protected me from anything. He's only attacked me.
He throws you under the bus.
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't recognize. All right, Tick Wid says requesting Mike give me the strength to get into Mega Man, specifically the X series collection for PS2. Teach me your ways. I'm bad at games. Yeah, Mega Man X. Look up the boss order. Just do that. Especially, go to Chill Penguin first. There's no harm in just learning where you're supposed to go. Even look at the guide, find out where the health containers are. In fact, for Mega Man X1, the first playthroughs, learn how to get the Hadoken. It's going to make some of the final bosses a lot easier, and it's fun to get the Hadoken. It's a weird thing you have to do to unlock it, but guides will tell you. I forget the PS2 version has save states, but don't be afraid of using save states when you're playing those games for the first time and learning them. Because I think a lot of people, when they get frustrated and quits because I ran out of lives and I was at the boss and now I have to play that level over again. So make yourself a little save state when you get to the boss. You can learn the patterns and what you need to do there. And yeah. I mean, even me, as much as I love the Mega games, I'm sure the first time I beat all of them, I was using save states to help learn things. And, now it's a point where I don't have to do that stuff anymore. Next up is from Migzy. Jeff Bakalar, if Mike Minotti said no to the Giant Bomb partner invite, who else would be next in line? Is there an order of succession for these things?
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ, this is like next of kin. It's like someone's writing a will.
They did suggest Dib as a potential one. Yeah.
No,
How many people would say no
no.
before Dib was brought in?
Hard no.
I think, yeah. Well,
Dan would
hey,
have walked away.
you came around on Deb, I thought, in the last couple months, man.
I mean, honestly, the dragon thing, I have to respect. I
there was
do.
more. Like you were digging.
There
his,
were a
like,
couple. There have been a
music
few
taste.
things where I've been like, all right, cool, yeah.
You like that he like fights and does DDTs and stuff. You're a fan all around. He's doing stunners in the hallways in school.
He's moving in the right direction.
Okay.
All right.
I want to watch Jaws with him.
Couple
I think,
more
yeah.
decades and he'll be your son.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You're like, once he starts doing the whole being a kid thing, I think he's got something there.
Oh, that's a huge plus for any human. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kanoneko-sama says, asked this a few years back, but new crew, new answers. If hot dogs could be cooked by cracking them like a glow stick, would you eat one?
Yeah.
Fuck
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would eat one now, even just normal styles.
I mean, I like the
This is,
blistered skin on a hot dog, though, and I feel like I'm not going to get that now,
Dude,
Yeah.
why haven't we made this? This is
Well-
amazing.
What do you mean? How do you think you can't do this? You would need chemicals that are probably not digestible.
Just imagine, because I've been thinking about Costco hot dogs a lot lately. I've really been craving one.
Right.
And
You're a
imagine
good
if
American.
Yeah. And instead of going up to a kiosk and having to pick it up from a window, what if you went up to a vending machine at Costco? You just put in $1.50, dispenses your drink, and then it just comes out in a little tube. You crack, walk out like you're eating like a Slim Jim.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not saying if it could happen, it would be terrible, but it can't happen.
No,
Like, we
here's
don't
the
worry
thing.
about how.
Yeah.
The hot dog
The
itself.
lion
is
does
a-
not concern himself with how, Mike Minotti.
I was gonna say the hot dog itself is an abomination of genetic engineering and awful practices,
And that's what makes it delicious.
Food.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
in no way would like it being glow stick adjacent change the sort of like toxicity of it. I feel
In fact,
like
yeah, they glow normally. They take that out to make it seem more healthy.
What do
He's
you
my
want?
favorite.
A dog?
Dim,
What do you
you've been
want? A
replaced.
wiener?
New son, Mike Minotti.
new son in the house. When you moving in?
I don't. Here's the thing: cracking it like a glow stick. I feel like that would break it in half. I'm thinking like either like the way the confetti cannons, or like when you open up a thing of like dough for cinnamon rolls, you like a little twist.
Yeah.
Like that'd be good.
There are like edible instant hot things. Like there's a way.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
there is. If you go to some Asian grocery stores, instead of like instant noodles, they will have like kind of like a DIY hot pot thing where you just put some, you just crack open the little silica gel looking thing, and they'll start heating it up. It's crazy.
Yeah,
So
Right,
I
there's
don't
like
think-
potassium and stuff. Like that's what it's, the MREs, where it's like just add water and then crack this thing and put potassium in there, and it will explode. I can't remember. Something happens.
So I think it would have to be in some sort of plastic encasement. I don't think you could do it with like the hot dog itself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, in the way that like hand warmers work, right, where it's
Sure.
like these two things mixing. So maybe it's like in the outer sort of pocket of it.
Hot dogs
What
are
about, like-
fully cooked. It just needs to be heated a bit on its
Right,
way out of the
exactly.
vending machine, even, really.
Which
What about
we
the
can-
stuff?
we have the
Remember in
technology.
Die Hard with a Vengeance? Remember, there's the
Of
two
course.
substances that if they touch each other, like tiny little bits of it will cause like a tiny little what if we just put
Well, I
those
mean, that's how,
inside
like, the
between the
heat
bun and the
pads-
dog?
Yeah,
That's like how heat pads work in
epoxy.
the
Talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah,
But
we're
we
talking
can't
about.
eat those things.
A hot
Well,
dog.
what if we
is-
could?
We
Well,
eat
if you
potassium all the time, and that is
What if you
something that they
could?
use to heat these things.
What if you could? Well, what if dollars were candy, right? I mean, that's just not the world we live in.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
what
are
if
But
we
potassium, we do eat potassium, and potassium
Yeah.
does heat things.
You've seen Die Hard 3 and you're like, yep, put that in my mouth? Like that's
I mean, make it safe.
right.
Okay.
But
Well,
even when they
we'll
even when
put
they
you in
took
charge
the
of that.
paperclip.
No,
even when they did
smarter
the
people need to do
example,
that.
Remember
Yeah.
in the beginning with the paper
I know, you
clip
just
and
got to
he-
make
and
it smaller. Like instead of if that's like 20 atoms, make it like 2 atoms.
he- Got it.
Man.
All right, that makes sense. I'm into it.
Now I just want a hot dog.
Yeah.
So like
no,
I started
don't
to
never have that feeling.
I started to count calories, and y'all know there's just hella
Yeah.
calories in fucking everything. What the fuck?
Oh,
It
it's
turns
insane once you start counting everything. Like use and lose it, Jan.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
great app.
yeah.
Thanks for
It's
like
awesome.
tracking my macros and shit. I'm
How
like,
many calories in a hot dog?
I don't know,
Hot dog,
it's like
I bet would be
580,
with a
like,
bun. I would guess 4 to
250,
5.
350. It depends on once you start putting ketchup and stuff on there, it adds up.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is like I'm never considering. I like in my mind sauces don't count, and they definitely
They
count.
do.
They
count
count
a
a
lot.
lot.
They
Like a
count
little tub
crazy.
of ranch from McDonald's. That's probably like 100
Yeah.
right there. You know.
Ah,
Call that the
shit.
salad. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do appreciate how serious Dan is about measuring things. He was saying like 2 atoms instead of 20. When he was making us drinks at Ben Hanson's house, he demanded to have like a measuring cup for mixing drinks. And I'm like, Dan, you could just do like 1 second equals 1 ounce. And you laughed at me like that was a crazy idea, but that's how every bartender does it. And I'm
Yes.
you've been
But I'm
making
not a
drinks for
bartender. I need like that's the thing. That's a skill. Like a bartender does. I'm not as talented as a
That's what I'm
bartender.
saying, like,
I
you've been
have to
doing it for
measure
a while
out
now, so it's
ounces.
like I was like, do you feel like you begin to get a feel for it, like, or do you just like the act of measuring things? Because I like that. I know
I want it to be. I don't like to make it loose. If there's like, if I need 2.5 ounces of something, I want 2.5 ounces.
You want
of something,
exactly.
you know?
I'm the opposite
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
I hate measuring. I like to cook, and I will almost never want to measure anything. I just kind of do it by feel, or I'll taste it, and like
You eyeball it.
that's fun to me. It's it's an art. Like
Yeah.
and usually for things you could get away with that. If it's like baking and it's like very specific ratios
Yeah,
of
that
flour,
needs to be.
yeah, it's sort
more
of
accurate.
drinks
Baking is
are
different.
too.
Yeah, that's right.
If I'm
yeah.
like, if you're making like a stew, like whatever, just throw shit in there. It'll be fine. We did get one more super chat in here from Aggie333. Would Dib get top bunk since he was there first, or Mike since he's older? I don't want the top bunk. It's scary up
I
there.
don't want you. Listen,
Oh.
whenever I think about me as a grown man sleeping in a top bunk, all I see is it
Step
falling
Brothers.
down and crushing
Of course.
whoever's
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
yeah.
A top bunk's the way to go. I was always like in college and stuff in the dorms. Oh, top bunk all the time.
Yeah, but I'm
That's so much
220
more fun.
pounds.
Yeah, you get to climb
Yeah.
like a fun ladder every night. It's great.
There is
No.
my kid does have a slide on her top bunk bed. Yeah.
Ooh,
That's cool.
Yeah, I
Man.
think Mikey on the bottom bunk. Yeah.
Okay. I was on bottom. We did have a bunk bed. I don't even know why, because nobody really used the top bunk there. So, and I just remember the boards were cracked on the top bunks. No one slept anymore.
Oh,
but I
good.
like under it. I would just kind of stare at the cracked boards while I slept. I never really was too concerned about it for some reason. I think we bounce on the top bunk like idiots.
That sounds
yeah,
right.
that tracks. Yeah, there's always like a couple friends from my childhood who had bunk beds, but no one on the top bunk. And I was like, is this just for
Yeah.
like sleepovers? Is that,
No, I
is
did.
that
I
what
think-
this is?
I
My
had
younger
that.
brother. Oh, go ahead.
I had that in my room because it was like the top bunk is where I would sleep, and the bottom one folded into a futon, like a couch.
Sure.
So
Oh,
like I
okay.
would sit
Sure.
on the bottom to play video games, and I would sleep on the top one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom bunk's for napping. We know that. Top
Mhm,
bunks is for
mhm.
sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, backward, does Tip do like sleepovers and or things
Yeah.
like that?
He's there
Okay.
now. Yep.
Interesting.
When did
Yeah.
that start?
That started around like 8, 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's asking about it.
Because I started doing sleepovers really young. I feel like almost like
Same.
5 or 6, and I feel like none of my
It's completely
nephews and
different now.
nieces are doing that
Really?
thing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They started out really bad because I'd be like, oh boy, this is going to be a terrible night of sleep because these two assholes are just going to be up till like 1 a.m. making fart noises.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Okay, he's getting
and
cool.
yeah, seriously, stock rising. Now it's more normal. Now they're just like in
Mhm.
that playroom we have where till like midnight, and then they just go to bed. So it's way more manageable now.
All right.
And mine was always just, you go to Blockbuster, pick a game or two out, get a bunch of candy, and just, that's the whole night.
Yep.
Yeah, usually a movie was involved for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Just a lot of movies I still associate with. Like I saw that movie for the first time at a sleepover, like Spaceballs. Spaceballs is still Will Hanlon's house when I was, 7 at the sleepover.
Mine's Event Horizon was one, and it scared the shit because I was in the woods too, and not sleeping at all after that.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I remember being at Will Hanlon's house when the Treehouse of Horror was new, with the aliens impersonating Bob Dole and Bill Clinton. It was like, this is the greatest piece of entertainment I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's
That
probably
was the funniest thing in the world.
My friend Greg had Mario Paint. That's where I was playing around making songs over there. It's the only place I ever played Mario Paint. And it's also where I first saw a gun. And I was like, okay. And so now that I have kids, I'm like, I got to find out if the people I'm sending it to, like, if they have a gun. Like, I got to figure that
questions
out.
now.
Yeah.
It is, it's definitely, the vibes are different now for sure. I think I just remember my first sleepover, maybe it was like 4th grade, and the dad showed the 5 of us Animal House.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I had
Yeah.
my friend
That's
Larry.
That's what it was like then.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I remember I was like probably 10, and I would stay over at my friend Larry's house, and he had his brother Heath who was 16, and I would peek in his room, and every inch of the floor, or not the floor, the walls and the ceiling were just like fold outs and posters of just naked women, and I'd be like, man, this is the coolest family. Like, I just don't. Why doesn't I like this? This is a shame that I have such a. It's like, well, okay, maybe that's weird for a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
A little. All right, Mike. Any more super chats?
Looks like we are good there. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. And that about does it for the show. Boys, what do we got going on the rest of this week? After this, not immediately, but a little bit afterwards, we are starting a new season of This Is the Run, where Mike, Grubb, or Dan will become a millionaire in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for the PS1 specifically. And then
We got to have rules. If 2 of us become millionaires, we have to figure out who becomes the real millionaire. So they would have a millionaire off at that point.
Yeah,
I can't
right.
imagine that
Over time.
happening. But
Sudden death. Yeah.
Mhm.
Important distinction. Yeah.
Blake Club continues tomorrow. Blink and you'll miss it. The lightning round continues for one Mike Minotti. Voicemail dump truck this week with our dear friend Bailey Myers. For UPF, we may be checking out Lort or Hightail or both. Who knows? Grubb, Game This Morning's popping off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes?
That's right. Can't wait.
All right.
Also, we are recording a video that will be going up this week. We can just say what it is, right? No reason not to.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, embargo-wise we can. Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mike will be playing Nioh 3. We'll be putting up a video after the embargo lifts, and maybe we'll have a little bit of help waiting in the wings from me and my sister, Kayla.
I can't wait to see this. That's
I
going to be a
can't
good
either.
crew.
Yes.
I feel like she's going to be yelling trash talk to a non-existent person as well, and I
Good.
can't wait.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be better than both of us. Yes.
God, Kayla's just been summoned already. She was already in chat. What the heck?
Just popped up.
Oh my.
Hey, at the end of last week, there was the quick look for, Jeff, was the
Escape from Ever After.
Yes.
Escape from Ever After. So if you like Paper Mario, check that out. Also, our film in 40s for Riccio did come out over the weekend as well.
Also, we have another quick look for an embargoed thing going up on Friday. That was a lot of fun to record. Me and Mike recorded it. Might be a quick look EX. Might be us with some devs playing a game, and plenty to say about it.
Chuck went rogue. He recorded a quick look on his own with another quick look EX. So folks that were asking for quick looks, they're about to be dropping all over the place over here, gang.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Team Kayla in chat just said in all caps, "You better full frontal that yokai, Mike."
Yeah,
the hell does that mean?
No. Benjamin Franklin said that.
Oh,
during the
in that
election.
AI Darren Aronofsky movie.
Yeah, that's right.
No. It's from my book of misattributed quotes.
Right.
All right, folks, that about does it for the Giant Bombcast. Shouts out to Sean for editing the show. Shouts out to Will for doing some social stuff. Shouts out to Chuck, I guess. But he's been Jeff. He's been Mike. He's been Dan. I've been Jan. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. Until then, goodbye. And shouts out to Kayla, too. Your mom's stepmom.
And
That's
to
right.
Ricky Ho.
And yes.